has a story. Everyone has been through something that has changed them. So, never judge a person by the chapter you walked in on.
So pale, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. What is up? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are warm, kicking it fly today, baby, because it's Wednesday, and this is Tea with P, where the T is beer and the P is me, and you are here to talk about all things nudes, culture, science, health, you name it, baby. There is nothing off the table, and I am so thankful that you are here to join me today. It's been a couple weeks since the last time we had ourselves a conversation. Actually, as a matter of fact, I believe the last time we had a conversation, it was 2 weeks ago, just before I head off to MJBizCon. We had ourselves quite a conversation, and boy, oh boy, here we are today, and I'm excited to have a conversation with you. We have got a great show in store today. Tons to talk about. Tons to talk about. We've got ourselves a great guest at the top of the show as well. At the top of the first hour, second hour, huh? Mrs. P is not here to help me tonight, guys. And I am slightly frightened. I'm gonna be fine, but I'm slightly frightened. We got Matt from Strange Show gonna be joining us a little bit later in the show. Huge shout out to him. We're gonna be taking a phone call from someone who is suffering from CHS, Cannabis Hypermesis Syndrome. We've talked lots about the ailment or the syndrome, and we're going to talk to somebody who, through their own words, is diagnosed with it, and we're going to dive into it. We've also got a bunch of nudes to talk about. Yes, some appointments within the American government that don't look favorable to cannabis, just about dropped my beer, and we've possibly got a gummy eating driving simulation. Yeah, we've got tons to talk about. Well, looks like Instagram is also laying down the hammer. All of that and so much more. Actually, just after a moment from our sponsors.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. From this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you fear.
Hi, I'm Pigeons420. Will you be an angel for an abused plant? Every day, innocent plants are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're calling for your help. Please visit stashblend.com today and join the nation in helping abused plants get an 8-ounce bag of Stash Blend. That's just $27.70 or 96 cents per day. You'll be helping rescue plants from their abusers and provide nutrition, beneficial bacteria, mycorrhizae, and love. You'll help rescue plants from their abusers. Call or join now, and you'll receive a welcome kit of a photo of a dude impacted by your decision. Order now and change a life. Operators are standing by. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. P is not here tonight. I have been left in full control of everything. I'm slightly frightened, not afraid, maybe worried, because worried is a slightly more masculine version of afraid. And that's where I'm sitting. However, I've got just about everything I need here tonight, guys. I've taken just about everything into consideration. All right? We've got tea. We've got a little bit of weed. And I got the P's and Q's just right here in front of me, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, you might ask, how on earth did you figure out the beer? Well, actually, as a matter of fact, small invention just a couple years ago, got myself a bag full of ice full of beer. Yeah, I got it. I got it. We got this. Mrs. P, just so you guys know, had surgery yesterday. I would tell you what it was about. It wasn't boobs, so I really don't understand. It's girl stuff. She's okay. I love her to pieces. I told her she should work today, but she, for some reason, called in sick. Nonetheless, guys, here I am. I'm going to try to do it all by myself, okay? Just to prove that these shows aren't pre-recorded. Good to see everybody in the chat, man. Huge shout out to everybody going to pull up. Welcome to the Grow Tank. Good to see you, friends. CLTV is here. Strange Show is in the house, man. Good to see the Strange Show community, man. Everybody's looking pretty strained around here. You know what I'm saying? Not given, good to see you. You were here early, man. It's appreciative. I see you, man. Soul Brother, good to see you, friend. Idiom, hello, hello, hello. She will be missed. Frankie's, what's up, friend? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Come on in. Get a little closer. Come on in. Come in. It's good to see all of you guys, man. The Panero Tree, what is up? As I'm sitting here to pack the bowls today, I want to remind everyone that our existence here is... as creators or enthusiasts of this plant is not guaranteed. And it turns out that Instagram has been laying the hammer down. And as a matter of fact, Instagram deleted Hi Again. You can find them at Hi Again 7. Very clever. It's deleted 7 times. And my boy, Welcome to the Grow Tent, also deleted from Instagram as well. These are quality people, quality pages, quality members of our community, and I would like to use whatever ounce of platform I have to inform you to go and check them out. As I mentioned, Hi Again on Instagram is Hi Again 7, and Welcome to the Grow Tent is WTTGT_CEO. Welcome to the Grow Tent _CEO. Make sure you go and follow them, guys, because we know that our time here is not guaranteed. And you know, as someone who has been deleted, it sucks, man. It sucks. So we're here for you. Well, I want you guys to go follow them. Let them know we appreciate their face, and just go and make them smile just a little bit. Okay. Good to see you, Truth Seeker. Welcome in. Welcome in. Norma G, quality dude. Good to see you, Norma G. Good to see you, my friend. Shout out to everybody that tuned in to the highly educational show last night. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Much love. Cheers. I'm going to smoke this. I'm smoking some of my friends' Toba Grown's Toba Sativa. Toba's Sativa. What is it? No idea. I bought it from off the shelf. Gave it a solid 6.5. But the price gives it another boost and a half a point. Anywhere between a 6.5 and a 7. Okay, when you can get 5 grams for $20, that ain't horrible. And it's decent weed. So shout out to my boy Toba Grown. I appreciate your face. Cheers, friends. How does everything sound? How does everything look? Are you guys all good? Is everything okay? They got koala puffs again too. Just another day in the hood for her, hey? Cheers, friends. Hey, oh. So, one thing I did want to check out today, guys, was for those that don't know, my friends over at the Home Growers Takeover, myself, Deuce Farms, my friend Troy from Northern Scrogger, my good friend Matt from I Can't THC, Chris from Mr. Grow It, and Rob from CLTV. We all tore it up in Vegas this week. It was absolutely incredible. And as a matter of fact, I actually have a little bit of receipts as well. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, I ran into Matt. It was a hell of a dude. Ran into his brother Nick as well. Both those guys are fucking awesome. Huge shout out to both of them. Even though they're in the chat, even though he's in the chat, if I wanted to talk shit, I would, but there's nothing to talk shit. He's a quality dude, and it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. I'm thankful that I got the opportunity to meet you and your brother, and I'm more thankful that you guys had the opportunity to get home safe, because that shit was crazy out there, boy. That shit was crazy out there, boy. Also, look at this familiar face right here. See this familiar face? Who's this? This is JJ Kitchen, baby, from Uptown Grow Labs. That's JJ Kitchen right there, man. And you might think that's Chris in a few years, but it's not. It's not. That's JJ Kitchen from Uptown Grow Labs. And man, what a good looking dude. I was so thankful to run into him. I am a huge fan of him. I've been watching JJ for years. And to meet him in person was absolutely fantastic. MJBizCon, if anything, is a great spot to run into a lot of great faces. And that actually reminds me, look at these dudes, man. This is them right here. This is Troy, Matt, Rob, myself, Chris, and Deuce all tearing it up. And we were living in a house together. It was freaking awesome. I had a great time. And it was just really cool to be able to hang out with like-minded people, talk shop, smoke a ton, drink as much as we smoked, and huge shout out to ProMix, man. Huge shout out to ProMix for putting us on. Shout out to Neptune's Harvest. Huge shout out to Blue Planet Nutrients, and our host of other sponsors as well. If it wasn't for all of them, we wouldn't have been able to get in there and do our thing. So huge shout out to all of them. It was absolutely awesome to be able to go and this was the home growers takeover of the marijuana business convention. And let me tell you, I'm slightly biased, but the reality is that this was a takeover. There was so many home growers there. There was so many people. There was so many breeders. There was so many cultivators. There was cultivators, all of them. There was everything. This wasn't just a business convention. This was a home grower takeover. And you know, there was a couple comments that said, you know, it sucks to see that the talent of home growers being wasted in such a horrible way, a corporate way. I couldn't disagree more. I actually thought that this was more of an infiltration of home growers just trying to get the scoop of what's going down in our community and our culture. This does have something to do with us, but at mass, it really, yeah, you know what? As a home grower, I'm kind of excited about what's going on in the business side in the future. But I think, and in the future, but the reality is that this is a business convention. It's not a cultural convention. It's not a music convention. It's not a community convention. There are a lot of suits, a lot of ties. So it felt cool to get in there with my boys and tear it up, have some drinks, smoke a ton, and let them know we were there. So again, huge shout out to ProMix. Huge shout out to Blue Planet Nutrients, and a huge shout out to Neptune's Harvest for really allowing us to tear it up. Yo, check this out. Look at this. Look at this right there. It's a little hard to see, but these are candy drinks. Because I can't show you weed on here, I can show you alcohol. These are absolutely disgusting. You can find them in Vegas at the Candy Martini Bar. And what were they, $30 a drink? 30 bucks a drink? It was pretty wild. They weren't that great. But you know what was great? Boom! Look at this. Look who I got to run into. Dude, this is Danny Danko. One too many zooms. Look at this. Danny Danko, guys. With me. I walked up to... Yo, first of all, huge shout out to Rob, man. Rob walked up to me, and he's like, dude, you know, if there's anybody you should have on your show, it's Danny Danko. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I would love to have Danny Danko. He's like, dude, he's right over there. I was like, are you what? What? He's right there. I was like, I looked over, I could see him. You know, I had to look through the crowd, look down a little bit, because we suffer from the same height isms. And I saw him, and literally Rob's like, you know, you did. I was like, I'll be right back. And I walked all the way over there. And as I'm walking up to him, I tried to play it cool. Like, you know, just. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, hey, I had no idea you were there. Hey. And I was like, Danny Danko, I am a huge fan of yours, man. I really appreciate the work you've put into the community and laid down the framework for a guy like me to take advantage of. I don't think I said that much because I'm even nervous just thinking about talking to him, but I think I said, Danny Danko, huge fan. Pigeons 420, nice to meet you. I was like, I've been following you for a long time. And you know what he said? He's like, I follow you too. I was like, what? You follow me? He's like, yeah, I follow you too. I was like, what? He's like, I follow you on X. I was like, get out. Stop that. He did. He said that to me. I'm not even joking. So yeah, Danny Danko, huge fan. It was really sweet to get a photo with him. Then I also got a photo with this young fella as well. This was the, you can't really see there, but this was the singer at the restaurant, but that we were in. Yeah. But anyways, I'm telling you, I had the time of my life, guys. It was so much fun. Huge shout out to everybody who pulled up to the smoke session. There was a smoke session, 1 o'clock on Wednesday, the first day. Oh, it was sweet. It was so cool. There was like, at first, we were kind of worried that nobody was going to show up. But people showed up, man. People showed up. There was like 30-ish, 40 people there. You know, I got video of it. Biggest crowds in a cannabis smokeout ever, actually. These crowds were huge. Biggest crowds ever, actually, now that I recall. Biggest crowds of any cannabis smokeout convention ever. Yeah, crazy. Were you there? No? Can't confirm? Imagine that. Anyways, yeah, huge shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. We really appreciate you. That was a great time. I'm so thankful to have such incredible people, and to be able to surround myself with great people too. It was awesome. So real quick, there's a few things that I did want to discuss. There was a couple nudes, whereas the one that I didn't really want to miss out at all, and this was a bribery, just bribery. Real quick before we get into a conversation on the phone, I want to jump into this brief conversation about the nudes.
Canna News. All things culture, science, and health. Your one-stop shop for all things Canna News.
So, I was trying to collect a few stories for this evening, and I came across one of these. Of course, first article I got was a pay to read, and that's ridiculous. However, LA Times covered this. Former Commerce is a town. Took me a second to realize that, but it's a town or a city in New York. Former Commerce Baldwin Park official pled guilty in sprawling cannabis bribery scheme. Got a feeling we're going to be hearing more about this. Two more former Southern California city officials have admitted to participating in a cannabis corruption ring, with which bribes were funneled to a Baldwin Park City Council member in exchange for his influence in obtaining marijuana business permits. Former Commerce City Manager Edgar Cisneros and former Baldwin City Attorney Robert Tafoya have both copped to their role in the pay-to-play scheme and agreed to cooperate in an ongoing public corruption investigations. The two men secretly pled guilty last year to federal corruption charges. This became public knowledge when the U.S. Department of Justice unsealed their plea agreements on Thursday. The racketeering operation began in June of 2017 when the Baldwin Park City Council member Ricardo Pacheco started soliciting bribes from cannabis companies for permits to operate in San Gabriel Valley community. The sprawling bribery scheme shattered public trust in San Gabriel Valley politics and helped prompt the launch of a 2023 statewide audit aimed at curtailing bribery, conflicts of interest, and other misdeeds in the cannabis licensing business. According to the recently unsealed plea agreement, Cisneros provided $45,000 in bribes to Pacheco to secure a permit for a cannabis company. Cisneros was promised $235,000 in the deal. In November 23, Cisneros quietly resigned from his role in Commerce, a city of 11,700 residents in southeastern LA County. Sorry, it's in LA, I said New York. And pled guilty to federal bribery charges. DeFoya similarly facilitated a bribe to Pacheco to help W&F International Corp. Obtain a cannabis business permit and has separately admitted to evading some $650,000 in federal tax payments. He resigned as Baldwin Park City Attorney in 22 and pled guilty to federal bribery and tax evasion charges in 23. And it continues in regards to these two individuals that plead guilty to these bribery charges. In addition, former San Bernardino County Planning Commissioner Gabriel Chavez, who was also tied up in the scandal, in a November 22 plea agreement, he admitted acting as an intermediary to funnel bribes from weed businesses to Pacheco. Chavez's sentence hearing is in April. Dun, dun, dun. And there's a few other people tied into this. It seems like this has been going on, the investigation, since 2018. The FBI first caught Pacheco in 2018 in a 2018 sting operation that was unrelated to cannabis permits. Pacheco accepted $37,900 in bribes from a Baldwin Park police officer in return for supporting the Baldwin Park Police Association's contract with the city. That police officer was working undercover with the FBI. So then my question is how many other cannabis companies, permits, individuals have ties to these politicians, and how many people have gotten a foot up based on that bribery? It's funny because we live in such a twisted system already. We have such a difficult time getting quality products, pesticide free, from a quality, reputable source, someone who is at least not trying to, at least has the community's minds or interests in mind. Unfortunately, it's profit. So if these people did have the community's interests in mind, they'd be going after the quality, they'd be going after the product as a whole, safety, quality control, these kind of things. I'm kind of curious to see who else is tied into this. This is just an article from the LA Times. You know it goes deeper than this, and this is just the surface article. Which companies are tied to this? LA controls a huge portion of the legal cannabis market as a whole, across the entire country. So I won't be surprised if some of the biggest names out there are going to be tied to this article. Very interested to see how this goes. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does the most influential person to the culture have to say about this? You might be asking, who speaks the most about our product, and we need to get word of what they think about this? Well, I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, Elton John says legalizing weed is one of the greatest mistakes. Had we just listened to Elton John, ladies and gentlemen, none of this would have happened. I know you are always looking for Elton John's take when it comes to legalization and the safety of weed. But the reality is that he's against it, okay? It was a giant mistake. It was a giant mistake. Geez Louise, Batman. So, needless to say, that's the nudes, that's my opinion, and I'm curious what you think about it, because the thing is that this is just the LA Times article. This is just what they were able to find in a short amount of time. At least these are the following the sources that are willing to give up, whichever sources they're willing to give up. There's more to this, I know it. What do you think? What do you think? Guys, on the line, we have somebody standing by who's going to be breaking down what their personal experiences of dealing with CHS and kind of the things that come with it. So we're gonna bring him on the line, and we're gonna get his opinion and kind of his take on CHS, how it affects him, and kind of how he deals with it. So we're gonna be taking a phone call right after this. Pigeons.
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Just a second. Let me. I don't have a sound producer to control the sound, so I have to do it on my own. There we go. I think you're good now. I think you're good.
Okay.
Okay, so scoliosis. Yes, that's what I can call you?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. And so you, sir, are diagnosed with CHS. Yes.
Yeah, multiple times by multiple doctors, multiple emergency rooms.
Okay, okay. And okay, so just for a little bit of clarity, I covered a story on CHS about a month and a half ago, and in fact, I've been very vocal on CHS. And you reached out to me and mentioned that you suffer from CHS and have symptoms of, and so I wanted to have you on the show. You reached out to say, hey, I'd like to have a conversation. I said, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So one thing is that I first wanted to say, and you just mentioned, is that this was diagnosed by multiple doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah. The first time I actually got diagnosed with it was, I believe it was back in 2015. It was during an emergency room visit. Um, I've been to the emergency room. I don't know how many times I've lost count. I've been dealing with this since 2005.
2005. And what happened? So how did you know that something was wrong that made you go to the doctor in the first place?
Well, the first time it happened, um, it happened the same way it always happens. I wake up in the morning just fine. Usually, I wake up to my alarm for work, and within like 5-10 minutes, like my stomach just something just starts feeling, and it just gradually gets worse and worse and worse until the first time I throw up, which is usually sometime with about 45 minutes to an hour after I wake up. And then it's probably about nonstop throwing up until my stomach is empty. And then after that, it's about stomach contractions about every 5-10 minutes. Um, if I drink water, the water will only stay down for a couple of minutes before it comes right back up. That first time it was happening for about 8 hours before I ended up going to urgent care. Urgent care didn't know what was going on, so they put me in an ambulance to the emergency room. Um, they gave me what is it, Reglan for nausea. They gave me morphine for the pain. Because after 8 to 10 hours of your stomach just contracting and nonstop throwing up, it feels like you just spent like ten rounds with Mike Tyson in this point. It hurts so bad. And then they give you an IV with fluids. Um, that first time that happened, no, CHS wasn't even heard of for the most part. I believe the first time they started documenting CHS was about a year, maybe 2 years before this started happening to me. Um, and nobody knew what was happening. I would go to the doctor afterwards, after my follow up with my primary care physician. And they couldn't figure out anything that was wrong with me. I have no food allergies. I have no medication allergies. For the most part, I'm a very healthy person. I rarely even get sick. It's just every once in a while I'll wake up and be sick all day long.
Okay. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing your story. I appreciate you, because no matter which way you ship shape or however this is happening or what's causing it, you went through this. There's no denying that, and it sounds like it wreaked havoc on your body, and that sucks. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. I do appreciate that you're willing to come on and share your story. So thank you very much. Um,
Oh, yeah, no problem.
when it comes to the product itself, where were you getting your product from?
At that time, that was when um, that was just buying, from my local connect off the street. Uh, but it was somebody that I had known for years. I had trusted his what he was getting, where he was getting it from. Um, that was like back in the day where you were still getting the mech, or you would get the swag. But he was the only person around that was actually selling like stuff that was on par with what you see in dispensaries today or homegrown today. He was getting stuff from up in Humboldt County. He was getting decent stuff. Um, back when it was like I remember it was like $7 an eighth. Um, but after that, I had gotten a medical card, and I was going through the medical dispensaries here in Southern California. Um, uh, anywhere from I've been to dispensaries in Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange County, all over Orange County. I remember when I first got that, there was a couple of different dispensaries that I would go to because you go to so many that you can actually start tasting what like you start tasting the difference what the good stuff is. And nowadays, um, I just started growing not too long ago, so I actually have my first harvest because mainly listening to your show about hearing about all you and Strange Show, listening about all the different stuff that's bad out there in dispensaries, and all these main big name brands, what they could be doing to these. I started thinking, well, distributing to something that's happening in my stomach.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I've always tried to go for the better quality. I honestly, I don't think that it's the product or the plant that's been doing this to me.
That was gonna be okay. That was gonna be my next question. What do you think is wrong with you?
Well, like I started doing a lot of research on this, like what CHS is. Like, there's some people that say it's a toxicity. There's some people that say it's a brain gut axis disorder, which is it's that is my brain telling my stomach that something's wrong, even though there's miscommunication. Um, but honestly, I feel that it's bad food. Um, it doesn't feel like a toxicity to me because like a toxicity, when you hit a toxic level, your body reacts usually right then and there. It's not usually like I'll smoke an hour before bed, the night before, sleep all night, wake up to my alarm, nothing,
So
and then I start getting sick.
okay, so you still smoke regularly?
Yeah, I still consume regularly.
And
I I have
how many times has the doctor told you you have CHS?
uh
Or was
honestly
it
I
just that one was it just that one
there's
time?
it's been multiple times.
Oh, oh, it has.
And the doctors at the emergency room at Riverside Community Hospital.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Um,
So okay, so that was for okay. I just want to make sure I'm clear. So was that multiple doctors in regards to the same event, or was it multiple events, multiple doctors?
multiple events, multiple doctors. When before I started figuring out how to kind of control my episodes a little bit, it was happening two, three, four times a year. Every couple of months, I would be in the emergency room. Like it got to the point where I got so tired of going to the emergency room, I started just toughing it out for like 12, 16 hours laying on the couch at the house.
Ouch. That
Because
sucks.
it came down to where the doctors, like, all they would do is it was the same thing every single time. They give me IV fluids. They give
Yep.
me the morphine or Dilaudid, get me
Yeah,
turned up my
that's gonna
neck,
be hard on
and
your
then they give
body.
me, yeah, and then they give me Reglan, and then they tell me that it's CHS, and then they give me a pamphlet for like a recovery hotline,
So in other words,
like how to
this
do
sounds like a
this.
cop out. This sounds like a cop out by the medical professionals more than a proper diagnosis. I would kind of wager the bet. Although this is kind of counterintuitive, but I'd be curious if you went in there, but didn't disclose that you consumed, and then wondered how they would approach the situation, but then going in and then lying to your
It's
doctor is going to give you horrible results to begin with. So
well,
this is gonna be the first
it,
time you harvest. Like you're gonna harvest your very first plant right away.
yeah, actually, I harvested a couple of weeks ago, and then went through a nice 2 week dry, and right now I'm in trim jail.
Okay. Well, I'm excited then because I'm glad to hear that you don't necessarily believe what you have is CHS. Um, I would be willing to wager that the product that you were getting access to was subpar, even if like it doesn't take much. We've seen many examples how good product can get tainted and become accessible to to the people. So and it can look like everything else. It can look just like everything else. It can look good. It could be vapes. It could be flour. But the reality is either it's laden with pesticides. It's got neem oil on it. It's got who knows what, right? And when that affects your body in such a minimal amount, I'm not entirely sure if they're not testing for it that they won't find it. You know. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad to hear that you're still open to exploring the plant because in a lot of cases, doctors will do just this. They will convince people that they have an issue with themselves, and then they'll be forced to either listen and then perpetuate the same idea. Who's to argue with a doctor that tells them that they have a syndrome that is negative to cannabis? It's if you're told by a doctor you can't do it, well, that's pretty convincing evidence that you could probably share with your friends that they could spread as well. So um, I really appreciate you coming on, man, and sharing your story, brother. And I really hope
I
I'm
wanted to,
sorry. Go ahead.
I wanted to, I wanted to, come on and like I said when I reached out to you, if you wanted the point of view from somebody that's been dealing with this for 20 years, um, and the main reason why I still consume the medicinal benefits for me far out. He would have me on painkillers regularly, taking pills. I've torn my left knee 3 times. I'm broken. I'm disconnected. So, like medicinally, the plant is much better for me. So, like to me, it when this happens, it feels like a purge of something bad in my system. And I've experimented with different things. Like I kind of have a feeling of what's causing it because I've been able to purposely cause it and been able to purposely not cause it for over a year. So I just I wanted to, I'm an advocate for the plant, and I I I I feel like a lot of what you've been saying, the times that you bring this up, I agree with. I feel like it's a cop out when this happens to me. Like I said, they just give me a pamphlet. And there's no further like diving into it. Like right now, I have an appointment with a GI doctor to actually get an endoscopy. And I feel like the only reason why that's happening is because I didn't tell him I was a everyday user. I told him I was an occasional user, like how people occasionally do. I told him that, and now I'm actually going through the process of now they're gonna stick a camera down in my stomach and actually look.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm thankful that you're willing to keep exploring, man. Honestly, I don't know if I had gone through that much shit, if I'd still be willing to keep pushing through the other side. Hats off to you, man, and bird speed to you, brother. I want to see nothing but some quality posts from you in regards to how your garden shows and how you post. And I'm really curious how your story goes and how you respond to your own product. Because if I could wager, although I'm not a doctor, I feel as if having your own product is going to be far more enjoyable than being reliable on something else, you know? And I don't think you're gonna have anything to be worried about, really. So, scoliosis, bro, thank you very much for calling in, man. I appreciate you for sharing your story, man. And if do you post on social media or anything?
Yeah, I post on Instagram. I've posted a couple of times on your Discord. I've been on the CLTV Discord. It's scoliosis on Discord. My Instagram is scoliosis bros.
Scoliosis right there, and I'm just gonna bring it up because I can show your logo here because I'm talented like this without my wife. This one. Oh, that is so small. No one's gonna see it at all. Scoliosis. 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 Make sure you go follow him and track his story and listen to him. Because man, I appreciate listening to you and having you share your story with us, brother. And I hope that it works out for you. And I hope that you don't and no longer have to deal with any kind of bullshit when it comes to this plant, because it heals in so many ways. And maybe you'll just find a way to consume that's right for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. Have a great night. Thank you for calling. Yo, huge
You
shout
too.
out.
Take care.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Huge shout out to Scoliosis for coming in here, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. That is a conversation of honesty, and you know, I really do appreciate that Scoliosis would come on and share his opinion and share his mind and share his thoughts, because you know, doing something like that isn't easy, and I really appreciate that someone's willing to do that. And not only that, it's like, you know, I could only imagine what it feels like to be told by a doctor that you have an issue, and then having this thought in the back of your head that like, wait a second, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. And honestly, it's like that's damaging. So it's like when people ask, does CHS exist? CHS does exist. It does, because literally people are being told that they're diagnosed with something and that they have a reason to blame for it. But the reality is that I don't think it exists in the form in which we're led to believe it exists. I believe that people are having, like I said, you can't deny that people are having a negative reaction to the product. I think the reaction is real. What people are feeling, the vomiting, the nausea, the going to the hospital, that's real. That's real. But the cop-out is that it's like, oh, you had weed. And it's like, no, sure, I might have had weed, but what was wrong with the weed? Anyways, thank you, Scoliosis, very much for coming on and sharing your story, brother. That was absolutely blessed. I appreciate you, and I wish you nothing but bird speed and good health from here on. As a home grower, I'll tell you right now, I do believe that people need to be growing their own weed, man. And this is why I feel like I get suppressed so much, because I perpetuate the idea that you can be independent from the system. You don't have to rely on anyone else. You can do it for yourself and then have the best results. Don't play to the system. Grow your own. And I feel like that's why suppression happens as much as it does. So, yeah, huge shout out to Scoliosis. Ladies and gentlemen, don't pass the invite to anybody. If there's anybody out there that has a story or has something that they want to share with us, please feel free to reach out to me. You know, Scoliosis is going to tell you that I'm a pain in the ass to get a hold of. You know, I hope that he'll tell you that he did honor his word, and I did have him on. I would like to pass the invite to anyone. I'm on my X. Watch this. Watch this. Which one? Damn it. I'm on the wrong scene. Anyways, on my... Oh, look at that. Turn the phone off. Oh, man, Mrs. P, I I get what you're putting up with now. I get it. On my X, I keep calling out a company that, or not a company, I keep calling out an account that continuously perpetuates negative, actually, in fact, lies about our plant. And you guys know, you guys are familiar with the company or the account. I've called them out a ton. And the reality is that I want to invite anybody on this show to have a conversation. Whether you believe what I believe or not, I invite you to come have a seat here on Tea with P. This is a fair and open setting. I will thank everyone that comes to sit down and have a conversation with me. I'm not looking to make fun of people. I'm not looking to berate people. I'm not looking to call names. I'm looking to have an honest and open conversation. I'm looking to have a conversation about this plant. I want to dive into some of the issues that people legitimately have and see if we can find some common ground and see if there's at least maybe a few things that both of us believe that we can, maybe find that common ground. So I invite anyone, but more importantly, I thank you guys, man. I want to really give a shout out to the flock because you guys are fucking awesome, man. Because you guys are positive, full of love, continuously thankful, and I'm continuously thankful that you guys are so kind and welcoming to people because we're gonna have people of differing views on here all the time. And I think that you guys, nobody's calling names, nobody's putting anybody else down, and I know that kind of sounds like kindergarten talk, but it's the internet, and it can be a brutal place, and the flock here is a solid place for conversation. I just want that to be known. Shout out to ACI for pulling up. Shout out to Hi again for pulling up. I see you guys. Shout out to you guys. I gave everyone a shout out that you guys unfortunately got deleted at the beginning of the show. They didn't get deleted at the beginning of the show, but I gave them a shout out at the beginning of the show. Make sure you go follow them on Instagram. They got deleted again. Same with Welcome to the Grow Tent. Welcome to the Grow Tent and Hi again are both good friends of the channel. I hope nothing but success for both of them. And it sucks that they get held back through this constant shit. It's just shit. There's no other way to put it. For some reason, I don't get fucked with on Instagram. I get fucked with on YouTube. For some reason, they get fucked with on Instagram. And, well, maybe they get fucked with on YouTube too, but it's just like, it's a bitch. It's a bitch. No matter where you are in this space, it's a bitch. So, of course, everyone gets fucked over by YouTube. But anyways, huge shout out to everybody for pulling up. I appreciate you guys. We got a quality guest pulling up right away. My good friend, Matt. I say good friend, but I literally met him one time, and I had a great time with him. I may or may not have danced away most of the interaction that we had because music came on, and I was drinking, and I was with good people. I felt safe and comfortable, and I danced. And I danced. Yeah. Plenty of songs like that. Yeah. Good new friend. And shout out to the Strain Gang, man. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. I appreciate you guys for helping support me and the show. The Flock and the Strain Gang unite. I'm going to have a hoot here, friends. What are you, let me know in the chat, what are you guys smoking on? Because this is not pre-recorded, as some are led to believe. What are you guys smoking on? Hopefully you guys don't mind the show running as it is tonight, because boy, oh boy, I am not normally in charge of so many buttons. Nope, not in charge of so many buttons. Look at this, boom, boom, yo, cinematic. You're not looking at us, Pete. I know, I'm not supposed to. This is cinema. Hoo-hoo-hoo. So yeah, forgot to turn that off. That's embarrassing. Boom, boom. But I just about figured it all out. Yo, huge shout out to my wife though, Mrs. P. She is my producer. She's my wife, my partner, my manager, and my partner in crime. And she had surgery yesterday because she's a woman, and women have mysterious things about them that I don't understand. They're kind of like just little packages of mysteries. You just little box chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. But I'm a man, and I am forever thankful for that. So men, if you have women in your life, I don't care if it's your mother, I don't care if it's your sister, I don't care if it's your girlfriend, I don't care if it's your wife. I want you to go and I want you to give them a big fucking hug. I want you to squeeze them, like really hard. And when they say, what was that for? I want you to just say, I love you. I love you a ton and a ton more for just being you, okay? Don't tell them why. Just give them a big fucking hug and be thankful that you're a fucking man and you don't have to deal with the shit that they deal with. Okay? Don't understand it. I don't get it. It wasn't boobs, so I don't understand. But this hoots for you and Mrs. P. Cheers, friends. Whoo! Oh, good heavens, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons, ladies and gentlemen, because let me tell you, without you guys, it wouldn't be anything. And let me tell you, Mrs. P is much better at my Patreon. I would have remembered to hit the Patreon and to shout out the Patreon, but I didn't because she's not here. So I want to give a huge shout out to you guys for your support and your love. If you guys would like to help support the show, you can head over to patreon.com/pigeons420. I've got a ton of things going on right now. Everything from personal grow classes, and by personal, it's like a class of six plus sometimes. If you guys would like to have your, oh, my boy's home. If you guys would like to have your name at the bottom of the screen, check it out. Pigeons, or at patreon.com/pigeons420. Ton of old videos. All the videos that I had on YouTube before I was deleted, but unfortunately I was deleted, so I lost all my videos. Took them all off, put them on Patreon, so you can go and check that out. Oh, guys, as I learned, I had one of the greatest interviews of all time a few weeks ago. You guys know this. It was a interview with my boy Adam Ill. It was about an hour and a half long, and I had to piss so bad that I unfortunately had to end a quality conversation because I had to pee. And even though he said, hey, you could go pee, I didn't want to be an asshole. So I sat there, and I sat through it, and I damn near killed myself. So then I realized, wait a second, I need to have an intro. I need to have a moment where I can take a brief break. It's not a pee break, it's just a break. But it's after these messages.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear.
Hi, I'm Pigeons420. Will you be an angel for an abused plant? Every day, innocent plants are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're calling for your help. Please visit stashblend.com today and join the nation in helping abused plants get an 8-ounce bag of Stash Blend. That's just $27.70 or 96 cents per day. You'll be helping rescue plants from their abusers and provide nutrition, beneficial bacteria, mycorrhizae, and love. You'll help rescue plants from their abusers. Call or join now, and you'll receive a welcome kit of a photo of a dude impacted by your decision. Order now and change a life. Well, I'm all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, I've got a friend here. We're gonna be talking to Matt from Strange Show just after this. Let me turn off my Patreon there. Boom, boom. Matt, I met at MJBizCon first on Wednesday. He texted me on Tuesday. Was like, yeah, I think about coming. And I was like, okay, thinking he's like states away, and I couldn't believe he was actually going to make it. So right after this, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking to. I cannot hear you. If you can hear me on this show, I cannot hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be on the phone. Guest intro is where is it? News, oh, I don't have it. Oh, I don't actually have it. I don't actually have it. You can hear me? You can hear me? No, you can't hear me? I cannot hear you either. He looks great. You can't hear me. I can see my mic moving, but I can't see your. Oh wait. No. I don't see your mic moving. I don't see it lighting up yet. No. No, I see mine. I see mine. I don't see. Do you have the right? I hear P. I'm just like, I don't have them muted in no way possible. I wonder, is it the right output? Discord, I use Discord for the rec. This is great content. Yeah, this is great. When two YouTubers unite. I heard him. You heard him? Where's Mrs. P? We need her. You hear me? Check 1 2 1 2. I'm curious. Nothing. No, I'm curious. I'm curious but do you hear me? He has a beautiful face. You can hear me. No, you can't hear me. No, you hear me on the channel. Yeah. So if you look on mine, I can see my voice moving on the left. I can see my voice, but when you talk, I can't see your voice moving on the left. Right? It's like, I know you have a Discord too. I'm just like trying to think for the life of me how it's nothing. Yep. And I right click, I don't have them muted. So I'm like, Mrs. P. Was that like an aha? Sign language. I bet she's incredible at sign language. I'll smoke more weed about it. No, but I can read your lips. No, fuck. No, you're good. I'm just trying to think. You can hear me now. Okay. So the output's correct. Your input is the input. So the input's your amp. I have like 15 inputs. Which one to choose? If you when you are talking to, when you're in the settings, I know that it'll move when you turn to the right one. Turn the TV up, P. No. Oh, Mrs. P comes crawling in.
Do you have the wrong one muted?
No, I even checked. Check over there on that one. Make sure I don't have him muted on that one for any reason. But he just came in. I don't know why I would have him muted. You know?
Oh,
No?
I know. No.
I'm trying to change everything he says. I'm so confused myself, bro. I don't understand.
You're muted over here.
Yeah, I am, but
Yeah.
yeah, he can hear me though. He can hear me. And I could hear scoliosis before too, right?
Yeah.
I could hear scoliosis before too.
I know, I saw that.
So I'm assuming it has to be.
I love that I'm not helping you, but I'm laying in bed
Over there.
watching.
It's okay. You see, I had it.
You did. You were doing very well.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. That's embarrassing. That's the crotch shot. That's the one so my guests think I'm looking at them when in reality I'm not. I'm not. I'm not looking at them at all. You gotta marry that one B. Yeah, she's a stellar. She's a stellar. She's great. See, look at her. She's here. Remember, you're gonna be extremely loud, Mrs. P. So push that mic back a little bit.
right.
Yeah, and don't talk into it.
No.
And then just keep an eye. He's gonna come into Discord in a second. Yo, huge shout out to Matt. I know how nerve-wracking it can be. He's gonna handle like a champion. He's a fucking legend, Matt is. But I know how nerve-wracking it can be to try and figure out the.
You have 3 over here.
I know.
Okay.
Got him back.
And 2 of yours are muted,
Oh, he ran. Yeah.
and 1's not.
Oh. No. Hold on a second. Is it unmute me?
The also pigeons or the not pigeons?
Just the pigeons 420. Am I?
Yours
muted?
is unmuted,
Oh my god.
but the other 2 are muted.
What the hell? Start unmuting everything and just, it's going to be a horrible echo. But I had scoliosis. I'm just curious.
Okay, everything's unmuted.
Do we have? This is okay. So now I got Nick. So mute the one that's making noise.
Okay.
No.
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah. Do you have a Discord, Matt? Send me a link to it. I don't need anything in particular. I just need the video and the sound. So if you have a Discord, let me come to yours. And then you're gonna get a link. Send that to here. When he sends that DM. We'll see. We'll get it. It has to be a Discord issue. Also, how the fuck do you have a live show weekly and I have no wrench? You got a wrench. Oh, no, you don't have a wrench? Or do you have a wrench? Oh, no, you don't. Oh. That's crazy, Doc. Did he send a link?
No.
Not yet. Okay. All right. I said I was gonna smoke about it. Huge, like as I was saying, a huge shout out to Matt for trying to figure this out with me, man. Because I know he's probably 3/4 convinced that it's my side, and I'm 90% convinced it's his side. So it's like the standoff as to like, I'm gonna try to keep doing this. Oh God. So it's like solutions. I also like. Do we have like a Rob? Do we have like a Riverside or like a?
He asked if you had Zoom.
Oh, Zoom. I think I don't have a Zoom, but I have a Zoom. You know. I Zoom around. Like Speedy's gone.
Isn't Zoom free?
Bought my own checkbook. No, we have something. FTS has something. Live call on my Discord? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Except we have to invite my pigeons too. Shit. That's the only thing. Is I need pigeons too to come. Send me an invite. Oh, here we go. How come I can't get that to go up?
You want to move him?
Yeah, move him. Oh, it's because I'm not in charge anymore, that's why. Oh, he's out. It's got to be Discord.
It has to be, because I've never had this many issues.
Yeah, I don't know. No, nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. If you want to, if you can send a, I can message you from my other Discord. Send me a link to your Discord to this one, please, if you wouldn't mind, to your Discord or to your whatever. I'm just kind of, yeah, he said, yeah. It's interesting. I'm so curious. I'm so curious why we're struggling so much on this one. Because I had the call in, but I didn't change anything.
Oh, it's because you changed it all so that I could be here.
No, but I had somebody called in,
No,
right?
I know.
And they were in the Discord, and I heard it. So I'm like, has to be something.
You had audio with no video. Now you have video with no audio.
Now people are like, yeah, there's no doubt he doesn't record this live. Yeah, so yeah, if you can send me a message or a link to your Discord. Miss P's the real MVP, ain't she? Is she?
I couldn't sit and watch you struggle without at least coming to try.
Yeah, I don't know why. I literally can't think of what it is at this point. I can't figure out my audio. Your amp is going to be plugged into, excuse me, the amp is probably going to be plugged into via 3.5 into the back of your PC. If you unplug the 3.5, I'm assuming it's 3.5, I guess it could be USB.
Are you talking to me?
No.
Oh.
It should activate that one and tell you what that source is. But then again, I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea what audio system you have, because it's like I have an amp that's plugged in via 3.5, but no, it's not. It's plugged in via USB. Is Mrs. P single? No, Nate. Good luck. She's into short, extremely strong, good-looking men. Okay.
That danced the night away in Vegas.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. I wonder what it is. I'm marrying her. Put in a word for you. You're an animal. You're an animal. Using Rodecaster Pro 2. So it would be via 3.0, but I also, or USB, but I also know that when you plug in the Rodecaster, it gives you more than one source. And that source that's providing your mic music, or your mic, needs to be the same source, because mine's the Go XLR. My Go XLR provides a system, a chat, game, and something else audio too. But I have to accurately make it the same audio. Although, Mrs. P, I'm admitting, the buttons are fairly easy. These buttons are fairly easy.
Because you know how to use them.
Yeah, of course. Look at this. Look at this. Well, look where they can find me.
I watched you try and figure out how to push
Whoa,
the
whoa,
button.
whoa. Well, there it is. There
Yeah?
it is.
'Cause
Oh,
now
I
you have
DM'd you an invite on Discord. Check it. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you're gonna sit in the chair, you gotta
You don't have access to this link.
send it to me. To the other one.
Which one?
The one I sent me to. L. Thus. Oh, it just says unknown. You don't have access to this link.
But when I paste it, it puts the whole thing.
Interesting. What the hell? Okay, Rob, can you text me a link to? Oh wait, yeah. Can you text me a link to whatever service thing we have? I don't know. Actually, can you Discord it to me? That'd be way easier. You got Zoom or yeah. It says don't apologize, brother. Don't apologize, brother. Look at me. Look at me. I look stellar. And actually, if it wasn't for you, as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this very nice photo of me. Look at my biceps in this.
Oh.
Look at my biceps in this photo. You know, huge shout out to Matt for hooking me up with this, because look at my arms, man. Look at my arms in there. And you know why I got this? Because this guy was trying to feed this robot dog a joint like a genius.
Where'd you go?
Just like that. What do you mean?
Nothing.
Huh? Isn't that something? He was feeding him a joint, and then there's me. Look at me. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yep, soaking it up. Soaking it up. Oh, it's so funny, man. It was really cool to see that robot dancing around. We were trying to give it some weed. Keep your eye on the Discord. We're gonna get it.
First one or the second one, Rob?
Oh. Second one. He second guessed himself. And then to me. And then and also send it to or wait. Yeah, send it to Matt too. Strange Show.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got this. This shit's live. I love this. Okay? I love this. This is what I like.
It's good because I'm running out of sitting time.
A voice channel chat that's open. Yeah, I don't know what's your name? All right. Request camera permission. I use headphones. I don't have permission. There we go. Okay, it's not what I wanted, but this is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Is it?
I hope so. I hope so. Let's see if he comes in. I'm 720. Ugh. Might need some cropping, but we'll get it. Mrs. P's here.
I'm on borrowed time.
I just need crop. That's all we gotta do. Matt, you should be able to join that invite. Do you send it to him as well?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Just marvelous. And then we'll see. We'll see if we're gonna make this work. Man, the smoke session coming after this is gonna be epic. We're gonna smoke so much weed about it. Yes, we are. Oh, I like doing this shit live. I really do, because
What do you want me to crop?
well, he's gonna come in. I have no idea. He's gonna come in, and I'm gonna assume that my mug's gonna be in this too, and I just want on the television. You're right. What are you gonna crop? That's a really good point.
Because I have no access to what's
You
on
have
the
no
TV.
access, does she? Oh, no, you don't.
Oh,
No,
I
you're
don't.
absolutely right. I'll figure out this. I'll figure out this.
Okay.
Oh my God. I can't hear him. Do you hear him?
No.
I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
Well, at least we know that it's his audio then.
Nope. Okay. This is classic. I fucking love this. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. I don't think it's me.
It's not you.
I have his video. Perhaps we should have tried this before.
I thought you were starting to do that.
I considered it. I thought
Okay.
about it. Yeah. I did. It was like a valiant, I really did. It was a consideration.
Ow.
No. No, I don't have anything. I got your face. That's crazy. Okay. We can safely blame Russia.
I have no clue what's
That's crazy. That's crazy. The thing is you're gonna wake up. You're gonna wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning,
I'd be like, I got
and
it.
you're gonna be like, "Fuck! I know what it was. I know what it was." Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Join using his phone. Oh yeah. I guess you could try using your phone. Set your phone up and set via your phone. It's a little ghetto,
Okay, I'm gonna end this Discord session.
but we're using. Should we?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Don't.
No.
No. Just in case. Because I feel like at one point he's gonna be like,
Okay.
figured it out.
Hack got blocked by the KGB.
It's the KGB. Like we can't. How do you argue with the KGB?
Restart computer.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Damn. Valiant effort. Valiant effort. Nothing. That is so crazy. That's so crazy. Is anything moving on your end? Like does it like when you go to test mic, are you getting movement? On like say your settings in the sound settings?
How many YouTubers does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many? We need like 3 more at least.
This isn't a light bulb. This is audio. That's a whole different issue.
Audio is a whole. Yeah, I wish we had a light bulb. I wish we had a light bulb.
I'm not a YouTuber, and I could
It's so
screw the light
crazy
bulb
though.
in.
It's like I wish I had some kind of answer for you. Cause it's just. Can you hear me on Riverside now? Shows audio on my end. Oh, it does. It shows audio. I don't see the thing lighting up. When I talk, it goes purple. Yeah, it is. I see his lighting up. Yep, I see it's lighting up. I see it's lighting up. Okay, I see it's lighting up. So what the fuck? Okay. Okay. What the okay, wow. All right. All right. Yep. Yep, it was lighting up. Oh. Yep, I see you. Yep, I see you and I see it's lighting up now. And why the fuck don't I have audio? Oh, refresh? Is that what you're saying? Okay, let me see. No, no. I'm gonna refresh again. What the fuck, man? I am using headphones. Microphone, communication, my microphone. Default output. Oh no, oh my god. There's no way. How the fuck? Is it coming out of my TV? Really? Wouldn't that be crazy? Hold up.
Seriously.
Dude. Go ahead. Yeah, it's coming off my fucking TV, dude. But why the fuck is it coming off my TV? And what? Okay. Join, you should be able to accept that invite too, babe. Go into that invite.
That Robson?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this is my fault. This is my fault somehow. Because Yeah, somehow. I can't even explain it. I don't even know what happened. Okay, so mute me.
The fuck do I do that?
I don't know.
Right?
You're on though. You're on the air at the very least.
Hello, everyone. At least I'm on the air. I'm so sorry my audio is so fucked up and I'm ruining the whole stream.
That's not.
Oh, dude.
That's not true. That's not true. Okay. So.
I don't know how to mute this.
Yeah. But my audio outputs are off. Yeah. Definitely off. Wow.
Guess we should have tested this.
You're 100% correct. Yeah, you're 100%.
Okay, I have like a million different options
Okay.
for mic and speaker.
What do you mean?
Come here for 2 seconds.
I appreciate you, man, for putting up with this.
So speaker, there's 100. Like,
Okay, so this.
can you change it to come out as something else?
No, that's the right one. There's no way that this should be talking to the TV. That's what I'm really. No, this is the right one. But can you? No, that's the right one. This is a mind fuck. I got way too high for this before. I'm gonna try to figure this out. Okay, so the stream can hear you.
Okay, tight.
Okay, I just gotta work on your volume. Yep, I can hear you.
Fine.
But I'm
sorry, dog. I don't know what happened.
no, I don't know what happened either.
Well, what's up, chat? What's up, live stream? Hello, everyone. Sorry we just took 10 minutes doing audio stuff. I brought myself 100%.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Now I just need to. I need to turn you up, and this will be me.
I can't do it here.
Can you do it via? It'll be actually Riverside.
In Riverside.
Wait. Is there any way we can take this back to Discord? Did we figure it out or no?
I can pull it up in another thing and try.
Yeah, let's
Can we
do.
go back to your server?
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me.
Going right now. All right, I'm gonna go to the.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. Okay. I think I heard something bleep on you.
Turned on my camera.
There we go.
Yep, I've got.
Okay, I'm on Discord now.
Boom.
Jesus Christ, it's working. Can I turn off Riverside then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on a
Fucking
half
A.
second, because I gotta just turn this down.
Oops, sorry, I just turned it off already.
So did I. It's all good.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Boom. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, get this off your face. You handsome devil. There we go. Hey.
Hello, hello?
Hello, hello.
I don't hear anything now.
No, you don't hear me?
You're muted now.
Oh,
Shit.
oh, no, that's okay. Am I muted? Can you unmute me?
Which one?
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I unmuted the wrong one. Oh, was that me?
Hello, hello, hello?
No, it was this one. It was me. I'm muted. Oh, I got it.
Do
There
you?
we go. There we go. Yes? You can hear me now?
Hold on.
Oh, no. Okay. This is me. I'm still muted. No, okay. I muted this one. Test.
Now, for some reason, I can't hear you
Okay, hold
in
on.
Discord.
Hold on, this is easy. I can fix this.
I can see
fix
myself being heard, and I can see you. I
Boom.
just can't hear you on Discord.
Oh.
And it's weird because I can see your little box turning green when you speak.
Whoa.
There we go.
No.
Sorry, Fred.
That's
Can
off.
you hear me now?
User volume is all the way up.
There, you should be able to hear me now. Huh. So this is a very weird loop.
Dude, this is so weird. What the fuck?
Unmute.
I hear nothing. I literally hear
That's
nothing.
crazy.
Crazy.
And I'm hearing
I'm hearing an echo.
I can hear your live stream if I unmute it, but I can't hear anything through
Can you mute
Discord
Can you mute
except my own voice.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how I have 3 fucking inputs going into Discord and he can't hear any of them. Okay, so is your can you mute the gray one, babe?
I don't know how I got 3 fucking inputs going into Discord and he can't hear
Okay.
any of them.
I can hear you on your stream. It's just a little echoey.
Right. Now it's not, because now we muted the gray one. So we're good. So you can't hear me though.
This is gonna have to be a light.
Okay. So we quit Riverside too soon.
So we're good. So you can't hear me though.
I think I'm just hearing you. Hold on. Yeah, let me mute this.
How is this
Yeah, the only
possible?
way I was hearing you was through your YouTube live stream. I
Yeah,
can't hear anything
yes.
via Discord.
Of course. How is that possible? How is
On
it
you, I'll
voice
mute you and unmute you. Turn your volume all the way up.
Microphone. Test, 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 test.
I don't know what it's doing for my fucking output device.
This is one of the
but
most. This is
yeah, it should just
crazy.
be my Roadcaster, which
This
I
is
hear everything
wild.
else do.
I'm so confused.
All of my
it-
PC audio is
has
going
to be
through
me.
there, so I don't understand.
It has to be me. But how I have this on Discord? I have this on
Same.
Discord.
All of my PC audio has to be there. So I don't understand. It has to be
Wow.
how I have
This is like some mind trip fucking Pink Floyd shit. I'm so confused. So your output.
Okay, let me mute this. Hello, talk again.
Okay, I'm talking again. Talking again.
Okay, I
talking
can hear
again.
you now. Finally,
Okay, so it was an output. It was an output, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We fucking got it.
Okay, you guys are good?
My wife's like, okay, you guys are good.
I'm peacing out.
Yeah, you're Audi 5
I
Foudy.
can't
Yes,
sit
we
for
are
this
good. So
long.
since I've already fucked with this enough, I can actually
Bye, Matt.
thanks babe.
No problem.
I can actually zoom out of your face here.
Thanks, Mrs. P.
Isn't she a dream? There we go. There we go. Now, through the glory of editing, none of that happened. Isn't that something? Isn't that?
I want to make a whole video just of our fumbles.
Oh, bro, I want to tell you, first of all, thank you for putting up with it. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for going through all that. I usually...
Dude, I'm sorry.
No, please don't. No, don't be sorry. Because I usually test this out before the live stream. But
Is there any way I might be getting your camera mic instead of your
you're
wireless mic?
100% getting my camera mic. I
Okay,
can
that's
guarantee
cool.
that. Yep, I can guarantee that. So if you right-click on that camera source, you can turn that shit right up. Unless you just want it to sound better, then that it won't do.
No, it just cuts out a little in and out because it's
Do
trying
you
to do
think
like
it's-
the.
I bet you.
Sound depth.
Oh, okay. Here, well, hold up. I don't know which one it is. So let me. Is it this one?
That's making it.
Is it this
Yeah,
one?
that sounds real good. Yeah,
Okay.
when you're right
Okay,
there,
sweet,
it sounds
sweet,
amazing.
sweet. We can fix anything, brother. I've
let's
been
do it.
through every single thing. Is this the camera you're looking at too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. But through cinema, I'm gonna look at you over here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being so accommodating. What up, everyone? Yo, we have to smoke to this. We did it.
We
Pigeons,
did it, bro.
We fucking made
did
it. We're
bro. We
homie.
did it. It's almost
How
like
many YouTubers does it take to do a fucking live stream interview?
I saw
More
that
than
question.
2. It takes at least 2 and a Mrs. P.
and she just had surgery yesterday.
I
So
know,
it's-
I'm so sorry. I had to get her
No,
out of bed
yeah,
like that.
yeah. No, it's funny because she'll still be watching. She'll be like, let's see if he can do it. No, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you very much. Getting home though from MJBizCon, I feel like was almost as rewarding as this whole feeling was. And I know you had a treacherous ride home too, hey?
Oh yeah, we drove in and drove out. Like you said, I had no plans to go, homie. It was your show, this show right here, Tea with P, like last week, the one you did right before the show. You were talking to Rob. Y'all were all hyped about how fun it was going to be. I went through and started watching your old videos, and I told my brother, I was like, yo, we have to go to this. I was like, I have no business affiliations, no one to meet. I know no one there. I have nothing to do. But at the bare minimum, Pigeons and the gang said that they're down to hang out and have a smoke, and that's worth the drive all alone to me. We'll go meet some homies. And yeah, so we just went out like very last minute, drove out. It's like 11-hour drive. And then almost on the way home, I'm like, if you look on the map, I'm a quarter inch away from my house, but we're in the mountains in Colorado. And they just shut down the whole of I-70. They're like, y'all can just sit here for about 3 hours and wait.
Bro, man, I was so thankful to see that you got home, because I went through the exact same thing. As soon as we land through a blizzard. It was crazy snow. I was more worried. I saw the runway of people that were getting home at the time, and it was not looking good. So yeah, I'm just thankful to get home. I'm thankful to get home. The drive home is in some of the worst conditions I've ever driven in. So yeah, I was just thankful to get home. And like I said earlier, when you text and you said, yeah, I'm thinking about coming, and I was like, uh-huh. This was literally the day before, the afternoon of.
Yeah, you were like, we're going to have a smoke out later this afternoon. Everybody should pull up. I was like, shit, I might pull up to that.
And yes, you did.
And then
yes,
you
did.
and Rob both replied to me, and y'all were like, yo, come through. I was like, all right, bet. Now all I got to do is convince my brother to drop everything in his life and go to Las Vegas for a week.
And he did. And yo, huge shout out to Nick, man. He was a lot of fun. Him and I danced a whole night away together on Fremont.
It's fun to see somebody with the same dancing energy as Nick out there on Fremont, because I can't keep up with him. You were probably the only one of us that could keep up with him.
You hear that? The only one of us? Yeah, bro. There's something about it, man. I don't know if it's the drugs that I used to do. I don't know if it's just the music that gets playing. But bro, you just get the music flowing. You're at the right company. Maybe a little bit of alcohol. Tons of smoke. It's like I start dancing. I start dancing a lot.
The alcohol don't hurt none for sure, but like you touched on earlier, I think it has a lot to do with being in that space with people where you feel comfortable to just be yourself and dance your fucking favorite dance and go all out, because even with my brother, if he's not fully comfortable in the place, you won't know he's a dancer. You won't know he's dying to get down and boogie on the inside.
Oh boy, he gets down to boogie. Before we get too far into this, my brother, I got a question. One of the things I like to do is I like to ask my patrons. They know that I've got a guest coming each week, and I like to ask them one question, or ask them if they have a question for the guests. So I have a question that I would like to ask you right off the start for my patrons. So if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Quick 155 asks, Matt used to work in the big cannabis farms / factories. I'd like to know what his favorite / worst, so favorite worst experience during those days was.
Ooh, very fun question. And I've been in a lot. Thanks for the question, by the way. Very good question. I've been in a lot of huge grow facilities, and I've been in a lot of small grow facilities. I've done a lot of facilities that are like really, really nice. It looks like the pictures you see of the Jungle Boys facility, and that kind of stuff is fun to work in. And I've done little grows that when you looked at it, it looks like a really cheap basement grow. It looks like a basement home grower who doesn't even have the equipment they need. And those grows have been fun too. Like to build up a grow, even when it's not yours, just to build up a grow from, this baseline looks like a basement grow into something bigger and better is fun, not only personally, but it's really rewarding because, because of the work you're putting in and the hours you're doing, you're putting out better medicine for everyone. And so that's fun. But if I have to pick my favorite experience in the legal cannabis industry ever, I'm going to say it comes down to like just a couple of times I've been on big outdoor farms. Only one of these times was the farm, like high THC plants. I've worked a lot of times with like low THC, CBD, hemp plants, stuff like that. And even that is really fun. But growing something that is really, it's stuff that I would grow at home in a 2-acre, this was a small farm. The one I'm thinking of, small farm to me might not sound small, but it was 2 acres. And the first time I'm out here and I just look around and the mountains are in the background and there's 100 rows of cannabis plants in the foreground and we're just in the nice sunny sunlight. It was an amazing feeling. That was actually right around the time I started my YouTube channel. I was like, people have to see this. I have to put this field on the internet. I was sending it to everyone I know. I was like, I have to upload this to YouTube. Fuck that. And so I would say outdoor, my favorite. It's a lot of hard work, but it's very rewarding and it's magical. My least favorite, I would have to say, was working for what I just me and a lot of people here in Colorado know about this group of people that have a few grows that we just refer to them as the Shady Russians. And when you say that to people, they're like, oh, I know the Shady Russians you're talking about. And they start bringing up names and you're like, yes, that exact person, and him too, and him three. And these people, nothing against these people, but it's just the way they did business. These 3 particular individuals I'm thinking for. Working for them, it didn't matter how much money they made. They never wanted to reinvest it back into the garden. They never wanted to do better. They never wanted to grow better. All they ever wanted in the whole history of me working for them was to make more profit. And we could have made more profit at the same time as growing better medicine because those two sort of go hand in hand. But they were just so closed-minded. They didn't know anything about growing. They hired a bunch of us who knew how to grow. And when we came up with, good ideas, great ideas, they just didn't want to hear it. If they had to spend $1, they just weren't interested. And so that made it no fun at all. You feel like you're just here to make some guy rich at the expense of any dummy who's willing to buy this fucking gross dispensary weed that you just sold. People ask me who I work for, and I wouldn't tell them the name of the dispensary. I said I'd rather not say the dispo. They're like, is it that bad? I'm like, yeah, it's bad, brother. And I couldn't do it. Like, it paid better than almost any of my other jobs. He paid me really well for my time. And I could pretty much make my own schedule, come and go as I please, get as many hours as I want. He paid me time and a half overtime. But there was no love there. No love for the community. No love for the plant. And I couldn't do it, man. It wasn't worth $150 an hour to me because it was soul crushing, When I came into the legal industry, I was like, this is fucking amazing. And then you start seeing all the business side that you never really thought of. You know what I mean? Like, you think of this as like, wow, this is an amazing thing that we're doing here. And it's going to be magical to move out to Colorado and join the legal industry. And then you get in the industry, and it's like, oh, shit, half these business owners don't give a damn about the cannabis community. They don't give a damn about medical patients. They don't give a damn about nothing except making more money next month than they made this month at all costs. No matter what it takes, we have to make more money every month. And that was just a buzzkill. So that's when I learned real quick, like, I can't work for people like that. I would rather work at a grow facility where we're all broke. We don't get paid good. We don't have any of the equipment we need. One of our lights has been out for a week. We don't know if we're going to pay the power bill. But everybody there is in it for the love of the game. Even though the business owners, of course, want to make their money and be profitable. Yeah, it's definitely part of the game. You have to. I mean, you just simply have to. And I don't hold that against anyone. It's a business. You want to be profitable. You have to be profitable to keep the doors open. But there is a clear difference in the people where this is like, they started this because they were rich and they wanted a 14th investment opportunity.
Yup.
And there's the other people who never wanted to start a business ever in their life until cannabis became legal.
Do you
And they're
feel like
"Holy
would you argue that getting into the cannabis industry is similar, or at least in this sense that you've argued, the feeling finding out that wrestling maybe isn't as real as you think it is?
It's like getting in, maybe so. Maybe it's like, if this is how it would be like that. I think actually, let's go with this. It's more like stories you hear about getting into the music industry. You have all of these delusions of grandeur of how this is a beautiful place for creative people to come together and make music for the people of the world to enjoy, because music makes us move. It makes Pigeons and Nick dance on Fremont Street in Las Vegas. It makes everybody feel good. And we're all going to come into this music collective together. And then you get signed to a record label and you sign your life away and you're so excited for your first day in the main studio. And you get there and you're like, look, I've had this amazing song. I've been writing it for 2 years. And they're like, we don't give a fuck about that. We got these two guys who write hit songs. These are the words. We just need you to sing it. It's going to make $1 million. I mean, that's really cute that you're all artistic and whatever, but we really just hired you for your pretty face and your good voice. We just want you to say these words, though. There's no love here. This is all about money, baby. So that's what it can be like. And if I maybe would have only worked for a couple of companies, I could have easily quit the cannabis industry thinking that's what the whole thing is like. But being in it now, I've been working in the cannabis industry now for 8 years. And there's so many people who are in it for all of the right reasons and only the right reasons. And even if there wasn't, now I realize, even if it was just me, I want to stay in this space so I can do what I can. Because the less of us there are, the more we all need to do, you know?
I feel you. Yeah, I 100% feel you. And the horror stories that I've heard from other people in the industry is very similar to what you hear. But I'm glad that you say that you know, you've got a little bit of positivity towards it, because I also see the same thing on both sides of the coin. The Chads and Brads that are dominating the system, and dominating the system because, unfortunately, the only way to really get through the legal system is to have money and influence. It's not how well you can grow. It's not has nothing to do with your grassroots attachment to the community or the culture. It's really how much money do you have and how much money can you make me in as quick amount of time as possible. I remember
Absolutely.
the biggest issue in 2018/2019 when Canada went legal. The biggest flop was that investors had no idea how long it took for weed to grow. They were losing money because they expected this to turn in 6 months, and they didn't know that you can't even grow reasonable weed and harvest and cure in 6 months. You know, you're lucky if you can get that done in 6 to 8 months. So
in Colorado, they'll flip a harvest. They'll have this bitch from clone to in your fucking joint in 4 months flat, baby. They take drying and curing. Drying
out of the equation.
Curing in Colorado, and it's like fucking 2% relative humidity here, and they'll combine this whole process into like a 10-day thing, and pretty much when it's dried, it just sits like in whatever packaging it sits in until it can be sold. It's
do you guys have,
if it's dried and packaged, it's ready to sell. It don't matter if you might get a label that says this shit was packaged yesterday, and that's the day it finished.
It was trimmed, it was harvested.
Turnover, like,
yeah.
People are crazy.
Do you guys have radiation, like your radiation or for therapy?
Man.
For weed. Yeah.
I worked at this place where we used a big machine from a company called Rad Source. At the time, I don't know if they changed the model. I have a video about it on my channel, but the model number had 420 in the beginning of it. This was a fucking cobalt source of radiation that was made specifically for cannabis. Had a little chamber where you put in your bags, and you know, I get it. make your cannabis clean, make it safe. The outlook from a business owner, which I can relate to, is we've put in all this work, we've done all of this shit, we've invested all this time, effort, manpower, hours into this plant. If it goes to testing and fails, we cannot sell this as flower. We got to do something else. And we're not going to get all the way to the finish line and lose our money. And that's good in theory. But in my experience, I had to load these things up myself. I've done this a million times personally. Only at one facility and only in one machine. So even then, my experience is limited. But we would put the stuff in big-ass plastic bags, homie. Your regular Ziploc bag. We throw a couple of gallons of... Because, you know, you need a small amount for testing. So they're not irradiating all of the bud. They're irradiating a couple of bags from each harvest, though. But these bags go in there on the highest setting for a long time, and then you turn it on again. And when they come out, they're so warm that the plastic feels like it's going to melt into the bud. When you open the bag and smell it, it doesn't even smell like cannabis anymore. It smells like a fucking hot plastic bag. It is just like, I feel so sorry for the people that end up with pieces of flour that actually went in this machine. Because at least where I was doing it, it was wrecked. And even if, and you got to imagine, even if the plastic bag wasn't there, say we had a nice, I don't know, can stainless steel get irradiated without it fucking up the machine? Who knows? Say we had something nice and sterile to put the bud on, something that won't impart plastics. You got to think, if this plastic is getting so hot that it's about to melt, that's happening to all your terpenes and your cannabinoids, everything in this plant that you want to keep and hold near and dear to your heart. They're just putting it in this machine and roasting it off because it gets hot. The radiation makes a lot of heat.
Damn right.
Luckily, though, what we're lucky for is that this, like, it has a small chamber. This is a big, expensive device that has a separate, big, expensive cooling unit because the irradiation machine gets so hot that they sell an air conditioning unit that goes with it, that like attaches to it. And then on top of that, we had two big fans pointed at the whole thing. And it takes forever. It's just expensive, cumbersome, a pain in the ass, and there's not a lot of room. So in a lot of facilities, they will only irradiate what is required for testing. At least here in the US, at least here in Colorado. I know in the UK, there's some bud that you get, like, well, they'll list a whole category. Like in UK, you can look at menus. You can pick all of your weed online. Shout out to Drew is sharing for showing me all this info.
Cool dude, bro.
Yeah, I seen you interviewed him. He seems like a great dude.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. Awesome dude. And he's killing it right now, man. He's killing it right now in regards to his content, and he's in Thailand right now. I saw his video of him smoking in the bong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he showed where it'll list, like, you can choose from the irradiated section and the non-irradiated section. So I feel like in that scenario, they're doing it all just like you would think of how we UV sterilize cannabis oftentimes in the U.S., where you are putting everything that's sold through this process. So it's evolving and it's changing, and it's something I need to learn about. But we definitely do that here. For the companies that can't afford it, the companies have no beef with it. The companies are all about it. They love it. If they can afford it, they're going to do it because it's almost like a fail-safe. You can grow weed with bud rot and PM and yeast and mold and mildew and every fucking thing else.
We're watching.
Irradiate the shit out of that son of a bitch.
We're seeing it, bro. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. Dude, I'm going to smoke with you. What are you smoking on?
I'm smoking on some of this homegrown. It's Moneyball. It's a Gary Payton and Gary Poppins cross from Exotic Genetics, and it's about a 2-to-1 mix of some really nice bubble hash I got gifted at MJBizCon.
Sweet, sweet. I gotta be real. There was a lot of misses. There was not a lot of great weed at MJBizCon. I smoked some good weed as a whole, but there was a lot of misses, unfortunately. A lot of good-looking weed.
The weed you would come across, like at the conference, like at the convention center, just leave that shit on the table.
Leave it.
But the stuff I was seeing at people's houses and at the hangouts and after parties afterwards, when people would break out their buds, yo, check this out. Jesus Christ, seeing some fire. Seeing fire from all kinds of people. Like, I didn't, in that scenario, outside of the convention center, all I saw was amazing stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. There was a huge juxtaposition.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. And man, I'm so thankful to have those outer circles. You pretty much got around. You got around. You were at our house. You were chilling at the Astro house with Frankie's and 420 scenes and Saul and bro.
So many people I met over there. I met the homies. I met Baking Arizona. That's one of the people that had some fire ass weed. Bizzle 420 gifted me some fire ass weed. I met the homie Don from Can. The homie it's from 420 things. Saul Bunyan.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many people. Macho Grams was over there. Dude, so many people over there. And then you guys too. Everybody over in your house. I got to give a huge shout out to you, your wife, Rob from CLTV, Mr. Grow It, Dusa Farms, Matt from ICANN THC or ICANN Organics now. All you guys were so inviting and so nice. Like I said, when I pulled up in Vegas, I didn't know one person there. When I ran into you guys that first day that I was there, that was like my first 6 minutes in the convention center. I ran into Haven from High Again. What up, homies? Big up High Again. And she was like, yo, you got to go right outside this door right here and look to your left and see how many people are right there smoking. Bro, I was like, shit, I'm going right now.
I'm so glad you pulled up, man. I got to be honest, it's kind of hit or miss when it comes to those, you know, that you can meet and, you know, whether you can jive with. But I got to be honest, man, you met a lot of the real ones. It's pretty sweet to be able to catch them all, you know, catch them all.
It was amazing, dude. They say don't meet your heroes, but for any of you out there watching who are wondering what your favorite YouTubers are like in real life, they're all fucking really sick, dude. It was so sick. Everyone I met was amazing all week long. These homies had me over at their house like 4 times. Every time they was somewhere, they was like, yo, link up with us. We had a bunch of smoke sessions. This little bomb E-rig going around the circle about 1,000 times. Just nothing.
It definitely went around about 1,000 times. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. With some quality hash too, bro. Quality hash from all sides.
This week. I don't think I looked at one booth in all of MJBizCon for real. Not more than just in passing. I don't think I talked to a couple of people that were like representing a company, like the homies from Raw. I talked to the homies from Method 7, but there were just a couple. People. I spent my whole week just hanging out with other weed tubers, and it was the dopest shit ever.
Yeah, man.
And it was weird for me because I've always felt like that, because I don't get out of events outside of Denver a lot. I've never met anyone with another YouTube channel like this before. Really, maybe never anyone with any kind of YouTube channel. And I always sort of felt like an outsider. Like, shit, I don't know as much as those guys, or I'm not doing it as big as those homies, or like, I'm not really part of the fucking community like they are. Like, I'm just really over here on the outskirts doing my own thing, just sort of watching. But everybody I met, you included, so inviting, so welcoming in, and just making me feel like I'm just one of the homies from way back. It was amazing. I came home with a lot of new inspiration and feeling like even more than ever connected to the cannabis community at large. So thank you so much, homie.
Thank you. Okay, sweet. That's very kind. That's very nice. I got to be honest with you. I feel the exact same. You know, it's like I've been a part of this community for a very long time, and I still am. I sit in the shadows, and I just kind of keep to myself, and I often feel the same way. I'm like, I watch people doing their thing, and it's just like, you know, it's like it's just kind of keep to your own. You know, it's like it's just kind of the way it is. And over the last few years, like it's been, I got to be honest with you, Rob, Chris, and I got together with From the Stash, and it's like we started to just shine light everywhere, and it's amazing to see all of the people and communities that have been built around not only just weed, but it's like as or from members of, you know, and man, this place used to be a place of competition, and now it's opening up where it's like every other version of YouTube, bro. If you whether you look at like the entertainment, the makeup, the pranks, the pop culture slash political, they all talk to each other. They all associate with each other. They all make videos in tandem with each other, because YouTube is not a social media platform. YouTube is a search algorithm. And when people start to realize that when you can amass and start to share and start to, you know, build as a whole and as a team, things are incredible. Things are incredible.
And it doesn't make sense because like what's good for one of us is good for all of us, and what's good for our community is good for us. It's like a rising tide raises all ships. And if I'm watching a video that you made about my 3 favorite things about my new e-rig, and then Northern Scrogger makes a video about my 3 favorite things about the exact same e-rig, I'm not going to want to watch his video any less because I saw yours first. It's like, this is 2 different people that I respect their opinions on, and I want to see what both of your 3 favorite things about the same product is. Or what you both have to say about growing. And when we all come together and share our opinions together, it's so much better, not just for us, because I learn off you, you learn off me, we learn off him, we all learn together, because you do something I've never seen. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking sick. Why did I never think of that? And you're like, you know, I saw you do the little thing with the trellis, and I never do that either, and I've been doing that at home. And we all learn from each other, and our communities are watching everybody, and they're all learning from each other.
Dude, it's, man, the amount of things when we were sitting in the backyard chilling and just hanging out, and the amount of things that we came up with, the amount of things that we talked about, it's like, I don't get that here. You know, I live in a town of 1,200 people, and, you know, we don't have any stoplights. It's very small, and you'd be damned if everyone's doing YouTube. It's 2024, but you'd be lucky if someone's got 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, and it's like, you know, it's like I'm doing it full time here, and it's like people talk about it, but it's like I don't have anyone to talk about or talk to it with, you know. So it's like, when I get to spend time with Rob and Chris, because that's who I generally spend the most time with, the amount of shit that we can come with in the shortest amount of time, because it's like, dude, what are you doing today? And I just tell him what I'm doing, and he's like, fuck, bro, what about this? Because I am now gonna do this, right? It takes no time. All of a sudden the wheels start turning, bro. It's like, boom.
It was crazy as hell to me, like how many times I would sit down with someone and just like in 2 seconds we would come up with like the best idea I've had all month. And it's like, what the fuck? You know how long I sit around thinking, trying to think of a good idea?
You know,
It just happened on accident. I wasn't even trying. I was talking about something else actually, and I accidentally interrupted myself with a spur of the moment best idea of the month. Just because of the circles that I'm sitting in right now.
Yeah, it feels.
They say surround yourself with people that you want to be like, you know.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful, you surround yourself with successful people, and if you want to do cool shit, surround yourself with people that are doing cool shit. And I feel like this week more than ever, that made a lot of sense. My background died.
Did it? Oh, okay.
No, just the TV.
Oh,
we're on Roku City, baby. I'm gonna put it back.
Go for it. Yep, go for it.
No, I don't gotta leave, but Roku City's tight. But it's like when you're around all of these people and you're doing all of this cool stuff, and you're seeing everybody else in this same space succeed and have great ideas. It's just like it makes you get pumped up. You're like, oh shit, now I'm full of cool shit, and fun ideas too.
Yes.
Y'all
Yeah.
are rubbing off on me.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And hey, I wouldn't. You're killing it, man. You're doing a great job, man. Your channel's
so
definitely
much.
been doing some fantastic things. Your content it has found the algorithm. You found that luck of the algorithm, which is fucking
Bro, the channel's about
glorious.
to hit 300,000 subscribers. It's gonna be like within the next week, and that is fucking blowing my mind, dude. That's
That's
insanity.
incredible, brother.
If anyone is watching this right now who's subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. This is crazy to me. And I couldn't have done it without all the homies. So thank you all so much.
You're killing it. You're doing the right things, man, and you're doing a fantastic job. And hats off to you, brother, because it's not like it's not like it's not like it's not coming because you don't deserve it. The time, the effort, the energy, the positivity, the attitude, your personality is infectious, you know. And I'm not just saying this because I have a man crush. I'm saying this because it's like this is what the audience.
Just because you have a man crush, so you're letting on to like a little bit of a man crush, maybe 15%.
This is tea with P, but this is not the tea I'm willing to get into. Okay, but what I am willing to say is you're doing a fantastic job.
Buddy,
nah,
okay?
you're doing a fantastic job, man, and I'm very proud of you. It wouldn't be tea if we didn't discuss. Thank you. It wouldn't be tea if we didn't discuss some tea. And you know, you weren't the first, but let's put it this way: it's Liger. You know, he's one of the firsts. And shout out.
Big up to Liger. Liger's killing the game. Love your channel, buddy. If you watch this, Liger's killing the game.
Totally agree, man. And the future of the content is a question I want to get into later, so it's something you can stew on. However, and it wasn't Liger wasn't the first. This actually came on my radar when it was, if I may, Growing Pains made a tweet or a post in regards to Eric Kahn and Moldy Weed and Feral Mom 420 and the idea that Pine Park did a giveaway, and I'm just small synopsis here because everyone knows this story. I just kind of wanted to get into the deets. That there was a post that Eric Kahn distributing or gave away weed. You did a story, you did a wonderful video, and yours is the one that gained traction. And as someone who was also a part of something that gained traction in our community, it was the Triploid tragedy, but it wasn't my video. It was Rob's video that gained traction, and because of that, he is solely responsible for all the Hermes and Triploids that happened in the community. I just want to make that very clear. Because of that video, it's his responsibility. So because of that,
really weird, like,
you gave away Moldy Weed through Eric. How do you? I'm just kidding. That was just the twist that I had to add to that. The controversy of Eric Kahn giving away Moldy Weed. People were a little torn by that. People were a little crazy about that, and they've been asking questions: how much beef and how much controversy you've been getting from that, and has there been any?
No. Well, first off, let me just start with, I feel for Rob in this situation with the Triploids, because like we were looking at this weekend, people just putting his fucking thumbnails with his face like up on screen while they have like a long discussion on YouTube for an hour. Sometimes you just make a video about your opinion, and it just so happens to be about something that people care about. And like you said, yours just might be the one that gets some traction and the one that a lot of people see. I think around 200,000 people might have watched both of those videos. And I never intended to be that guy. But people have asked me about a follow-up. What is the beef? What is the follow-up? And first off, there's no beef. There was never any beef. All I ever wanted for Eric was to see him do good and be happy and thrive and prosper and make money and get everything he ever wanted. And I still want that for him. The only reason that I ever made that video in the first place, I was seeing the same things you were seeing, these tweets. I eventually saw the video from Liger, and we covered it one time in a weekly weed news. It was just like, you know how it goes, homie. Every week you're looking for relevant news stories. Sometimes I'll spend like an hour and a half on just news stories on my live stream every Monday. So I'm looking for anything that's relevant. And that was definitely something that was relevant. And it was also something that I had only seen. Oh God.
Nobody heard that but you.
Okay, cool. But it was something that I had never, that I maybe wouldn't have seen. It was very likely I wouldn't have seen that. I hadn't been on Twitter in a long time. And I was like, okay, I bet there's a lot of other people didn't know about this either. I just mentioned it. We just mentioned it. We said, hey, this weed got given away. The user received some moldy product. They were offered a replacement, but the replacement was just more of the same product that had came in the first time, all moldy. Weird offer. Who wants that? But then it was just sort of glossed over and never really made public on his website, or he never made a tweet about it or nothing. He never said anything about it. And all of the people in his community were calling him out on Twitter like, bro, it's still on your website for sale. So I just brought it up to Nick. Hey, man, this happened. It's still on his website for sale. People are like, what the F? And I was really just asking the community, hey, what do you guys think about this? Is this not cool? Would you have cut ties? I feel like I maybe would have just had to cut ties with this brand, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. What do you think? Didn't think nothing about it. And I started that segment with, first off, before I start this segment, let me just say, much love to Eric Kahn. I got no hate for Eric Kahn, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody sends me a link. Like, bro, Eric is talking mad shit on his live stream. And now he's just in the live stream just telling a bunch of lies directly to his community. I was like, yo, what the fuck? This isn't true at all. And then he's acting like he goes on to eventually claim that his ties are done with this brand and he doesn't even grow the same stuff. His shit is separate. He just said like a long laundry list of things that I knew for a fact were untrue. I just had like the correspondence with the owner and CEO of the business. He just so happened to be talking about. He didn't know that, I'm in their inbox as well. And like, this guy's already been talking to me about the whole situation. And now he's lying about me too. I was like, all right, hold up. This is legit fucked up now. At first I thought this was a mistake. But this is someone who is influential in this space. He has a humongous following. His following is insane.
Huge.
It's insane. Huge. And it's someone who is knowingly promoting this bad product. And whether he should have taken it down or not, that's not for me to decide. I would have cut ties, walked away. That's what he said he did, even though he didn't, which was very weird. I was like, don't lie about me and then lie to your audience about what you're doing as well. Pick one or the other. But don't come at me with both of these shits, because I'm going to have to say something back. I literally have to say something back, or now I look like I'm just lying on someone for no fucking reason. But it's also that he's making all of us look bad, P. He's making me look bad. He's making you look bad. In his comments, there's so many comments that say, this is why I never would fuck with no stupid-ass cannabis YouTube influencer. Or another comment.
Time and time again. There's so many.
Why would you ever trust these YouTube assholes? All any of them care about is making a quick buck. And I'm reading this shit like, that is so fucking far from the truth. I don't even think that's probably not even true with Eric Kahn. As bad as this whole situation looks, I don't want to think that that's even true with him. But it sure as shit makes it look like that, and it makes us all look real bad, because now it makes it look like everybody on YouTube, me and you included, all these great and amazing people we just met, or that I just met over this weekend, that we both know are amazing people with the best intentions for the entire community. He's making all of them look bad and making it look like, all they care about is making a quick buck. They'll say whatever you want. Don't trust them. They're just all trying to get rich and live that Logan Paul life. which could not be farther from the truth. Maybe some, like a few bad apples in this space, are all they're concerned about is the fame and the fortune. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true for like a 1% of 1%, but for the most part, at least from my experiences, my interactions, whether it's just an email or a message or all the people that I met this week, it's just really not like that, and it's given us a bad name. Plus, if you're out here and you have a huge audience, why would you use that to push this product that, like, if this is a pound they're giving away through their, you got to think, man, this is for the Eric Kahn Pine Park giveaway. This is probably a big deal. They probably have a lot of money tied up in this ad campaign, I would guess.
I would assume.
Like a channel with 2 million followers. So you would also then probably assume that your QC is going to be on point. It's only 1 pound. It's only one fucking bag. We can open a pound and go through it with our own 2 eyes.
You can hand pack it. You can
yes,
put
you could hand select. Eric Kahn could have went in and hand selected every bud in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If that's your quality control.
See the reality.
Hey, I'm sorry that one of my fans, that one of my life, like this girl said she had been watching Eric Kahn for years. She loved Pine Park. She got sick as hell off this weed and had to go to the doctor. She wrote me, she sent me a voice message that I played in my second video and was really thankful that I had made the first video.
Yes.
She was really stoked I was going to play her message in the second video because she felt like they had done her dirty and swept all of this under the rug, and he was sort of being untruthful to his community.
That's where the problem lies. Like, because I want to be very honest, because and you covered this, and so did others, and I know I did as well. Is that mold happens? Cheers. Mold happens. Shitty product happens, and the reality is
100%.
that when you have companies that are trying to do a mass amount of any product, you're gonna have some issues. You're gonna have some. McDonald's doesn't make a perfect burger 100% of the time, but they
No, we all got a fucked up Big Mac before.
That's it. Slightly off. The no pickles. It is what it is. Your meal gets messed up. It is what it is. But the reality is that when you take that receipt back, you don't even need a receipt. Let's be honest. If you just go back in there and say, my cheeseburger was off, or I didn't get this, they're gonna fix it. They're just gonna make it right. They're gonna assume that they did wrong and make it right. And
you never hear the manager, and you got to think, you're talking about a McDonald's, bro. The fucking, what people consider the lowest grade of the just the standard run-of-the-mill fast food. Mm-hmm. And you would never even hear a manager from McDonald's come out and try to give you the line of, well, it's not really my fault because I didn't kill that cow myself and slaughter that beef patty. I sourced that from a third party, and the buns,
there's
I'm just a franchise, owner, I don't own the buns. They send them to me.
I'm just the guy at the front.
Yeah, there's no way.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Insanity.
Could you imagine? No, I couldn't. I couldn't imagine. That's the reality of it. So when I think about if I had a product, and I don't yet, but someday I would like to hope that I could offer the world something great.
How about this right here? Look what I got this weekend.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Thank you very much. That's fantastic. It's a great shot.
Thank
you
guy.
very much. Take a shot.
I'm excited to use this. Thank you.
I hope it works great for you, brother. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's pretty self-explanatory. But if I ever had, and I'm thinking about a weed product, you're right. It doesn't matter. I can use my own product for this Stash Blend. If somebody had an issue, and we actually do have an issue with that product, if you leave it too long, it clumps. It gets hard. And if all you have to do is break it up, and it's fine. It's fine for as long as it's fine, forever. But
as long as it's sealed, my bags don't matter if it has a clump. Just bust it up.
Just bust it up. Just bust it up. But we understand that when you have to bust up your shit, that's unfortunate. So if there's someone out there that simply can't work with their product, we've said, we're willing to make this right because we've corrected. Typically, those are older bags, the ones and you definitely have an older bag because you have some of my bags I brought from home. But some of the newer bags have moisture content. So, but long story short, the point is that we want to make it right. We don't care
Yeah.
really what the problem. If you're upset, I want to make it right with you. I'm going to assume fault and just make it right. And I know you can't do that with everyone, because not everybody, or some people are going to take advantage of you, and that's unfortunate. But the reality is that with enough evidence and enough information, you can make a pretty reasonable decision. And I thought with Eric Kahn, the reasonable decision was to say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. I apologize to...
Just to say I'm sorry, just to make a post and say, hey, he only made a reply to people saying, hey,
That's right.
you got this
That's
girl
right.
sick. He didn't even say, hey, I'm real sorry that this got sent out, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen again. How hard is that?
And if I'm not mistaken, he still has not taken accountability for it.
I heard he was calling people F slurs in his chat now. That's the latest news I heard of Eric Kahn.
That's pathetic.
And
It's
I haven't
pathetic.
kept up with anything with the his website, with the deal with Bay Smokes. I'm not sure what he's doing with that. Like, not only is there not any beef with me and Eric Kahn, there's not any interest, bro. If I'm being honest, I couldn't fucking care less, because I've already done everything I could do to get this out there to the community, to the people that may be, you know, getting suckered into this, if you want to call it that. I don't know if everybody agrees that it's getting suckered into this, but I just wanted people to know, like, hey, bro, he's actually lying about me, and he's lying to you about himself, too.
Right. I think
and
that's fair.
That video got all those views, so I had no reason to keep up with it, you know? Because, like,
it.
I got too much shit to do to worry about Eric Kahn and how he's trying to sell moldy weed.
That's understood. That's understood, and very fair, and I get it. And you know what? Hats off to you for covering the story. It is very important. I am also someone that covers news and drama and entertainment in our space.
And it's not that I mind bringing it up right now. Like,
Nope,
right
good,
now,
good.
I don't mind bringing it up at all. And I'm actually,
good.
in the long run, I'm glad I made that video, and I'm glad that it got out there, because I've actually met a lot of people that's the first video they reference to me. And they're like very appreciative. They're like, I'm like, they're thankful that I'm like standing up for the space. And that's, you know, that hits you in a way that,
of course,
you know, a lot of videos can't. Like saying, man, that editing was dope. That was a cool drone shot. That's one thing. That feels real good. But saying, I really appreciate how you're helping this community, that meant a lot to me. Like, that hits in a different way, you know?
And I feel that, brother. I feel that. And there's people out there that just don't have their ear to the ground in a way that you and I do. It's just that simple. But they're interested. They're interested. And I want to be very clear, and you've touched on this. I'm not trying to affect someone else's purse. I'm not trying to take his money. I'm not trying. I'm very, you know, I'm very, you know, I want to be careful how I word this, but, you know, I think it's very interesting. I'm not interested. I love the way that he's been able to capitalize on this space in a way that's allowed him to create a career for himself, to be able to spread awareness in his form or fashion. And like, it can come off as jealous. It can come off as envy. But the reality is that I don't care where you find prosper in this space. I just don't want to be taken advantage of. That's it.
No.
That's it. And I don't want my people to be taken advantage of. And if there's an issue, all you have to do is apologize. That's all I'm saying, is apologize.
And I feel like when like, even though Eric Kahn's homies and his fans that watch his channel, they might not be subscribed to my channel. That might be a different demographic. But to me, I feel like those are my people, you know? Those are people out here, specific, not only just fellow cannabis enthusiasts looking for some good smoke from somebody they can trust. They're doing it on YouTube. These are my people, bro. I feel like this, even though they're not, I feel like I've adopted them as my people. I want the best for them, even if they don't know who I am, even if I'm wanting the best for them over their shoulder from the shadows. I don't care if they watch my videos or not. It's just, you know, it's not right.
I agree.
And just simple, I'm sorry would have been one thing, you know, to say, look, just to be honest, just to say, look, I was working with the brand. Shit happens. I'm not working with the brand no more.
Done.
And he
Wrap.
said, look,
done. Cha-cha-cha.
And he was sort of like, I made it right, which was a falsity. He said, Strange Show's lying, which was a falsity. He said, I wasn't ever really selling base smokes anyways. It was a whole nother garden, which wasn't correct either. He said, I've completely cut all ties with them right now, which wasn't true either. Like, pulled up mad fucking emails in that video showing that he still had ongoing business relationships with them. And then he caps it all off with, like, tell the Strange Show dude to enjoy the best video he's had all year. Just doing this for clout. He's clout hungry. I'm like, bro, this isn't... This video, like, when I posted it, it said, like, congrats. It's, like, number 7 out of your last 10.
7
actually,
of
when
10,
it-
baby. 7
It
of
ended
10.
up getting a lot of views, but when at first, it did not look like this was going to get me a lot of crazy views. That's absolutely not the reason I made it.
Of
And
course
he
not.
tried to say, well, he put my name and my face in the title and thumbnail. And it's like, yeah, bro, you know YouTube as good as I do.
Yeah,
That's
you're
just a
damn
good
right.
thumbnail.
That's right.
If I'm making a video about Britney Spears, I'm putting her name in the title and I'm putting her face
You
in
better
the thumbnail.
hashtag her too.
Videos-
And Universal
Yeah, that's how
Music.
videos on YouTube work, you know? That's how the title and
That's the
thumbnail
reality.
works.
That's the reality. Nah, I can appreciate that, brother. And that kind of, like, you know, it's like that kind of leads into, it's like the future of content, man, and the way things are. It's like when I started making content online in 2014, it was not what it is today. You know, you got somebody with a Motorola, maybe a flip phone, that was taking a video of their tent, and this is White Widow, week 7, and it's like there's like the LED lights are flashing across
And
the
I
screen,
remember those days.
and it's like going across, and you're trying
Or
to
it's
follow.
like a HPS in their in their bedroom, and you can hear the ballast in the background. It's the old analog ballast. It's going.
Yeah.
And that's all you can hear in the video, and you got like lines going up the screen.
You
'cause
would
they're filming it off the
never.
Razor phone.
You would never have seen a face to the content. Never, ever,
No.
never.
Not
And
unless somebody wanted to go to fucking prison.
no, exactly. So there was a lot at stake, and you know, it's like there was people that were doing this before us. You know, shout out to Strain. Hold on. Strain Hunters.
Central.
Strain Stunner
Strain
came.
Hunters.
Strain Hunters. Even before then, yeah. Strain
Oh, I thought you
Hunters.
was about to name some of the fucking YouTube channels.
They're coming
that
next.
he did.
He's coming next. You know what? Strain Central. A huge shout out to Strain Central.
Crouch
Josh has done a
420.
great job. Crouch.
R.I.P.
Crutch 420. Yeah.
That channel
Incredible.
was sick.
And then, you know, you've got Subcool. Subcool did an incredible job. You've got the entire GrowTube roundtable. You've got guys like Dago, Vader, OG. You've got NV Closet Meg Grower, Subcool, as I mentioned.
That dude was so cool.
Dude, the evolution of content in this space has been incredible to watch. Incredible.
Yeah.
I started blogging is how old it was. It was when I started. And then to see where we're at, we're like, we have podcasts, we have documentaries, we have people that are doing like just straight up macro, just
Amazing
slow motion,
stuff, dude.
4K, just incredible stuff.
Amazing.
Incredible
about
stuff.
Cannabis on YouTube, like movie quality style shit you could watch on Netflix easily.
Yeah,
You're like,
easily.
bro, this could be a real TV show, dude.
David Attenborough made a living out of this shit, bro, with an English accent and a good quality camera. Like,
It's really,
wow.
it's really sick, dude. And
Go.
it gives me a lot of hope towards the future. And like my channel, after all these years, you know exactly how it goes. That no monetization allowed on anything. Very limited ads, if any, allowed on anything. For a while, I was just blanket demonetized. No ads, no anything. Recently, the channel memberships popped off, like monetization through YouTube. It's insane. I seen Rob got it. Yours is on the way. Just wait for it. It's on the way, dude. It's coming. Like,
all right.
crazy to see. Though. Like, I have a merch shelf under my YouTube videos that it's like the history of White Widow.
Yeah.
And underneath
It's coming.
is a link to my hoodie. And I'm like, this is fucking insane. I can't believe this is happening for us. And it's so sick. Rob told me this week that I was his first channel member on CLTV. And I was like, yo.
He said the same thing. He said the same thing to me. That's so sweet, brother. That's so sweet. And that's that lore.
So everybody go support CLTV. Y'all know how long CLTV's been giving us amazing videos? For as long as I can remember, way before I started my channel. They just got channel memberships, and channel memberships is a way to support the content creators you love the most directly, so they don't have to worry about doing any kind of weird stuff and selling moldy buds to their audience, because their audience, you know, it's like for the price of a cup of coffee every month. Go show Rob some love. Let's blow up his channel memberships. I'm already a channel member. I can't be a channel member twice, or I would be.
Dude, 100%. Dude, I appreciate your support, bro. Because, man, you know what? The fact that you pay respect to the ones that have come before is a huge thing, man. And that's one of those things that gets forgotten in our community. You know, the Danny Dankos of our age.
How many years ago was it when I was watching the CLTV video, How to Make Canna Butter? I want to pull that up right now almost. It's like 11 years ago, brother.
Dude, it's a long time
He's been
ago.
putting out fire content for the community. You know how many people have learned from this man? You know how much time and effort he's put into YouTube? Same with you.
Appreciate
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. I think I'm January. I think I'm January of 2016 is when I officially started a YouTube channel. But you can find things dated back on my channel, or on the internet that go back as far as November or October of 14, because I started blogging first. Yeah, I started blogging first, and yeah, that's really how I started. So like I said, when there was no real content for cannabis at that time.
Yeah.
And
the ones that were there, the ones that were few and far between, were not the kind of cool, informative content you have today.
No, but you know what? I appreciate them though, man.
I can rip a gram dab through my fucking nose until I throw up for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was, what's his nuts? 420, Custom Grow. Yeah, he was definitely around doing 1 gram dabs, snotting all over the place in 20.
One of his videos, just the snot, just the aftermath of the 1 gram dab, that video was like 2.9 million views.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, much love to him.
But you know what? That shows the evolution of the content though. So shout out to those that were doing it back then. Goblin.
I don't know how his channel survived all that time, dude.
That is a very good question. I don't know how
he was way back in the day just doing monster. He was like, I'm gonna rip all 20 bongs on the table in one breath.
He's still on YouTube making videos.
Is it the same original channel?
It's the same original channel, dude.
That's insane, dude.
Dude, I
He's
know.
like Superman in the cannabis space. He
really?
can do anything.
But he's fucked the thing. He's fucked his space up, and he's kind of like done some shit. Nothing too crazy.
Videos like that can also have a bad look on the cannabis community if we want to get cynical about it, because if the most popular video on YouTube in relation to cannabis is someone snotting and sneezing and throwing up for 25 minutes because they really, 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 really overdid it way, way hard with a real, real hot dab, and everyone who sees this, who doesn't completely understand all the nuance of what's going on, this shit makes cannabis look horrible. If my grandmother watched that video, she'd be like, oh my God, little Matthew is doing these? Marijuana wasn't like that in my
All right,
day.
let me throw some cynicism at your cynicism though, because it's like let's say that the biggest video on YouTube of somebody drinking and getting drunk is someone who's vomiting and or doing some heinous crime, unthinkable to our minds because of alcohol, yet you can still go to the finest establishment and have some English bloke serve you a cup of wine with a towel over his side of his arm with a sip, do you want 1984? So I don't know. To me, it's like there's always gonna be a good side and a dark side. It's like we as humans are gonna glorify the dark things. I think that's natural, but I think, you know what? Hey, this is the recreational side of this plant. This is the other glorious side that we have that is kind of weird that we have, even though we have a medical side. You know, I'm not going to say I condone it, but this is a grown-ass man doing grown-ass man things with a legal, I think it was legal at the time. I'm going to argue. So, power to him.
Yeah.
You know? Why not?
Hell yeah. Why not?
That's what I'd be afraid of. So, when it comes to the future of cannabis content, are you excited to see channels like It's Liger taking off and doing their thing, and
Dude,
just
It's
reporting on
Liger
the
is-
ins and out?
Yeah, that's
Do you like
fun.
this?
That's
The drama, the tea?
yeah. This is, you mean this show right now? The Tea with P tea?
Well, not this one in
Yeah,
particular,
this is
but I just
fire.
mean in regards to this is the evolution, is we've seen a growing,
You
we've
mean
seen
like
the
the tea with
podcast,
things
we've
like-
seen the content itself in terms of the 4K,
Yes.
the close.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to see the TMZ version of it. It's like, okay, well, here's the actors in our space. Here's what's coming in regards to how they're doing and how does it make you feel? Are you ready for it?
First off, it makes me feel insane to have someone else be like, okay, this week Strange Show had this to say about someone else. I'm like, yo, who gives a fuck what the Strange Show had? Holy shit, someone is out here making a video about this. But also, it's like, here's what fucking Dopey Yola had to say when I asked him for advice. I DM'd like my favorite YouTubers and asked him for advice. And when I saw that, I think that was my first Liger 420 video that came across my feed. And I was like, bro, somebody made a video precisely for me to watch. This video is made for me.
Yep.
And then when I seen what his whole channel was about, like when you said like the TMZ, that's pretty accurate. But
Yeah.
it also like helped hold people accountable. So I ain't got to do it. You know, I won't have to make so many videos about Eric Kahn or anything like of the sort, because Liger is all over this shit. He's
He
like,
is
all
on it.
right,
He's a quality source for me. When I'm looking for shit to cover, he's a source
Yeah.
for me. I check him out all the time.
yeah, good resource. But it's crazy to see that this space even has that kind of respect, so that anybody cares enough to cover what's going on in this space. That's sort of mind blowing too, because it's like, it just solidifies it for you that like what we're doing here is real. Like there's a real community behind it. We're really helping people out. And like this is like, believe it or not, even though we're just seem to be talking about weed all the time, this is important shit we're doing.
You're absolutely right. Matt, thank you so much, brother. This went a little bit longer than usual because I just wanted to I didn't want to let anything go to the wayside because we fumbled over the first few minutes.
Yeah, not to me. Yeah, I was about to say 20 minutes of dead air because we're like, can you hear me now?
Can you hear it out? Can you hear it out? Dude, you're a
so
blessing
sorry
to the
for that.
space, man. Nah, don't. Because you know what would have fixed this? Just 2 minutes of just a preparation before this. And my buddy Rob has said this 100 times. But yeah, I should pre-record these too. And I'm like, nah. I'm gonna do it live. But
Gotta do it live, dude.
Matt, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you,
Matt
homie.
from Strange
Thank you
Show.
again.
There might be like a dude in the corner in the back that doesn't know where they can find you or support you as a content creator as a whole. Where could they do that?
Go to strangeshow.com. If you want to check out the Discord, it's discord.gg/strangeshow. Oh, you can go to strangeshow.com too. Did I say that? That's the
Yep.
website.
Strangeshow.com, baby.
YouTube is just Strange Show. Everywhere is just Strange Show, really. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, strangeshow.com. If you want to send me an email. If anybody is out there who has footage of me at MJBizCon and you want to send it to me, I would love you for a long time. My email is matt@strangeshow.com. Real simple. So thank you all. Thanks for
Dude.
having me on, homie.
Dude, it was an absolute blessing. I watched you with a fan while we were blazing at the
Yeah, please do
outside.
that.
And let me
Shout
tell
out
you,
to Liz, dude, from Grow
Liz?
House Media. Yeah, her name is Liz. She's with Grow House Media, and she was fucking amazing. That was like probably the highlight of my entire week was meeting her. So if you have footage of that, that would be amazing to see.
The way you dropped everything and gave her every ounce of your attention was just wholesome and wholehearted, and you don't see that though. I know you're like, of course I did. Of course I did. It was amazing.
No, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. That was the most incredible thing that's ever happened to me. She was so excited just to see me and so thankful just because of the videos I make. It was like blowing my mind. It was insane. And she was super nice. It was just so crazy. Oh my God, it blew my mind, dude. She was so excited, bro. And then I became so excited. We were both like children and we couldn't stop smiling, and it was beautiful. And like shit like that doesn't happen if you don't get out. And so I'm so glad I was there. And I was at that table smoking with you at the time. That's why you have it on video.
Yes.
So thanks for being part of that moment, homie.
It was beautiful, brother, and I just want that was wholesome.
Dude, you took the photo of us.
Yeah.
Pick up Pigeons 420.
It was beautiful, man. It was gorgeous, and that's the thing. That's the thing I love, and especially as a creator to a creator, seeing that is beautiful. And I know it's like when I see people with, I know this is going to be a weird reference, but when I see people with their dog, and when I see with you with Elbow, when I see with your cat, it teaches, it shows me a part of somebody as a human that you can't fake. People can't fake their appreciation for animals and their appreciation for life and their appreciation for relationships. So when I see that, that's a flag that I know that you're probably a pretty good human being. So
thank you.
I appreciate you, Matt. Thank you so much for being on the show. This is TOP.
Buddy.
Matt, make sure you check out Matt from Strange Show. Thank you so much for being here, man. Absolute legend in the game. Thank you for being here. We'll catch up soon, okay, brother?
For sure.
Thanks, man. Peace out, homie. Cheers.
Peace.
Cheers. Thank you huge to Matt for putting up with me in the show. I know it's not easy to kind of make things happen around here. And believe it or not, for the first 20 minutes of the conversation, it was a little bit stifled by the fact that we had some audio issues, but we figured it out. And I want to thank him for being a part of that, because that's huge. Thank you, Matt. Thank you to the Strain Show gang for being here. As I straighten out the set, look at this boom! You can't even tell things happen. Look at that. Oh, it's a little off. Damn. It was a little off. I was so confident. Guys, thank you so much. That was Tea with P, where the T is beer and the P is me, and the conversation circles around everything that we love in this community, whether it's nudes, culture, science, health, you name it. Nothing is off the table for conversation. One more time, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Matt for being on the show. It was a long one. What are we at? We're 11. It's 1:45 to midnight. It's 1/4 to 3-hour show. I always said I wanted the show to go longer, but I didn't want it to go longer because of audio issues. But here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being here for the conversation. I do have a community highlight that I wanted to show off. I had a ton more nudes that I wanted to cover as well, but the community highlight is far more important. I want to cover good content because that's what this channel is all about. It's about the community, and the community is what essentially all of us are here because of. I would be nothing without this space. I'd be nothing without this community. The flock is what keeps me arise. I don't know if you guys know this. Let me pull this out real quick, see if I can grab this. This is perfection. Let me see. No. Oh. The good thing is touchscreen. Anyways, check out this. You see this photo up here? Can you see this? There's a picture up here. It was painted to... It was painted for me. Oh. There we go. Sorry, that was heaven. Oh, that was worth it. Was it worth it? It was 100% worth it. So there was a picture that was painted for me years and years and years ago. I wish she put a date on it. She didn't. Show it to Erica. She painted this for me, and if you guys don't know, this is the picture that is from my banner. Show it to Mr. Canucks Grow. This is the banner, and if you guys notice here, you see what's happening here? There's a young boy here. You know who this young boy is? That's me. That's me. And you see what's happening here? Where are we? This is the flock. Okay? This is you guys. You guys are taking me for a ride that I had no idea I was capable of. And I'm so thankful to be a part of an incredible community that supports me and props me up no matter what. And I'll fuck up, and I have fucked up. And you guys will continue to give me good, solid, quality information no matter what. And this is what represents community. So I want to make sure that, A, you guys know every single time that no matter as hard as I tried as a kid, I always wanted to be self-made. I wanted to be a self-made man. I'm not self-made. I'm a community-built man. I am a community of over 100,000 strong. And I don't want to let you down. And in fact, not only do I not want to let you down, I want to give other people the opportunity to have a community to take them for a ride. And so I've incorporated the community highlight as a way to do that. And I watch people shine. See so many great content creators today. It's incredible. I'm not joking. I've been in this shit for over a decade now. I've been creating cannabis content for over a decade. It was in, I believe it was November. I got in my accident, and then I started up my channel in 2014. Or I didn't start my channel. I started creating weed content in 2014. It's like, it's been a long time. People don't look out for the little guy. So anyways, it's enough about me. I love you guys, and I always talk, because if I can take 2 minutes of your time, I'm going to take 10. I love you guys.
Community highlights.
Oh no. So tonight's community highlight, ladies and gentlemen, is Inside Hydro. Recently, Inside Hydro was on From the Stash, and people like to consider me a gatekeeper of information, and to that I like to say kick rocks. Inside Hydro is doing some pretty incredible things. If I'm the gatekeeper, why are they doing so well? Inside Hydro's got some quality content in regards to him, his garden, his plants, his life, everything. Inside Hydro is killing it. All you gotta do is type out Inside Hydro in the chat. I can't do it. I wish I did. On YouTube, Inside Hydro. I'm a huge fan of his content. I'm a huge fan of him. I'm a huge fan of his mission and his channel. So go over there and show Inside Hydro some love. Okay? Because he deserves it. He's doing great things, and I love his plants, and he's got some beautiful videos that I don't think you'll be disappointed in watching. Okay? Good. Very well. Inside Hydro, appreciate your face. That, my friends, oh, I remember why I can see the picture now. I zoomed out. I see. No big deal. So when I do this one, you can see it. That's okay. That doesn't look horrible. It's like, is that a What are you running here, pigeons? What are you running here? Ladies and gentlemen, we got Christmas holidays coming, okay? It's Tea with P, but we got Christmas holidays just around the corner. We're going to be taking some time off because we're coming back with a brand new season. Brand new season, ladies and gentlemen, coming back in 2025. I'm not saying this is not the last episode, but what I am offering is a brand new season. I've got a lot of things that I'm going to be not only doing, incorporating, but looking for as well. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following me over on, which one is this? Boom. No, this is main shop. Boom. Make sure you follow me over on X, guys, at Pigeons420. We're going to be trying to incorporate, say, maybe some music. As you guys know, we do a band feature in the back The band feature wasn't here because Mrs. P's not here, and because Mrs. P's not here, Sandra doesn't deal with me because I get loud and I get a little obnoxious. But Sandra, I told you I wouldn't do it again. Anyways, we're looking to, if you make music, you make some beats, I would love to show you off on the show or show you off on the podcast. We're going to be doing a lot more, not only interviews, but calls, conversations, talks, segments coming up in the new year. I am totally stoked about things. If you are a graphics designer in regards to online graphics, would love to hear from you. You can reach out to me at biz@thepigeonscoop.com. Not only am I looking for graphics designers, also looking for editors. You can reach out to me with your resume. We're going to be spicing up the show. Tea with P is also getting its own YouTube channel. I'm going to be removing the podcast from the show. Need a logo? Hit me up on the social app, CLTV. No! Oh, damn it. Oh, Mrs. V, where are you? I was going to give you an eye. Don't distract me, Robert. You can reach out to me at biz@thepigeonscoop.com, looking for editors, looking for social graphics designers. That's right, Tea with P. Tea with P is getting its brand new channel. We're going to take the podcast off the show, and it's very well possible that we could be bringing back some kind of grow-related content. I can't get monetized. I can't get not suppressed. I cannot anyways. So it's like, why the fuck am I not showing plants anyway? So I think I'm going to convert. I think I'm going to take the Mr. Grow It approach and just kind of turn this channel into what it was before. Weed, and then take all my other aspects into other channels. So Tea with P is going to get its own channel. Stay tuned for that. All the interviews, all the clips, all the shorts, all the moments that you don't want to miss are going to be over on Tea with P. Channel's not created yet, but it's coming soon, okay? I should do it right now. Rob, can you do it right now for me? Fast. I'm just jokes. Anyways, it doesn't matter who does it. I'm just joking. It doesn't matter who does it because I'm going to create the one that matters. Where are you? I'm just joking. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your faces. You guys are absolute animals. I can't read. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for being who you are. It is the holiday season. If I can leave you on anything, I'll leave you on this. Before I was a family man, before I was a husband, before I was a father, I never fully understood when people told me how the holidays can be stressful. I always took it as, what do you mean the holidays are stressful? This is a moment that you're with family. This is a moment that you get presents. This is the moment that we should be thankful for. But the reality is that once I became a caregiver, once I became a provider, the reality of the holiday season became a lot more strenuous. It became a lot more stressful because now it wasn't about me. It wasn't about my wishes, my desires, my dreams. It was about those around me. It was about my son. It was about my wife. It was about her family. And I wanted to make sure that I was able to make things happen for them. And all of a sudden, it made sense to me how the holiday season can be stressful. Because as a man, there is a lot of weight put on your shoulders. And you need to provide. You need to be there for a lot of people. But there are things that I need to remind myself, even though the stress is mounting and the weight gets to a point where it's unbearable. The smile that I wear on my face says 1,000 words because my son and my wife rely on that smile. The fact that I can provide a roof over their head, and I can provide a meal on the table and a sweater for their back is more than enough. But you're not doing that. You're not telling that for them. You're telling that for you. They don't need the extra whatever. They don't need all the extras. They have their father, they have their husband, they've got their brother, they got their son. So remind them of that. Give them a hug. Smile for them. Be there for them. Shovel the snow for your father. Get out there for your father-in-law. Be there for your son, whoever it is. Be there for your dad. Put in a little bit of effort that doesn't require a little bit of money. That feeling of seeing someone who you love and that feeling of providing for your family, it feels so fucking good that it can't take away all the things that we can't provide for them. All those extra flashy things, all that shit that corporate everything and capitalism tell me that I should be able to provide for my family. I simply can't. But the reality is I can be there for them as a man. And the women, the children, our mothers, they need us as men more than ever now. So remember that being a man is the best gift that you can give anyone this holiday season. And for all the women out there, keep doing you. Make sure that you surround yourself with a man that gives you everything that you deserve. Men, take care of your women. Raise your children. Women, take care of your men. This was Tea with P. Might not be the opinion you like, but it's the one you get. Thank you for being here, where the tea is beer and the P is me. I appreciate you guys. Much love. I'll see you guys soon. Get me out of here! Get me out of here!
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear.
Hi.
Everyone has a story. Everyone has been through something that has changed them.